It's tabletop time!
I'm Jazza from Draw with Jazza.
I'm Shad from I Am Shad.
I'm Amy from Hungry Jacks.
And I'm Rob.
That's
Hi.
true.
Cool.
She is from Hungry Jacks.
Amy is joining us this
vouch
week.
for that.
As you may have noticed, Mackie couldn't be with us this week, so our friend Amy is jumping in his place, and we're taking advantage of Mackie's absence, and we're playing a one-shot campaign. So the reason our sort of configuration has changed, especially if I go to this setup here, I ruined everything. You can see that I am in the narrator spot, and Shad is now in my former spot, and Amy is in Mackie's spot.
And I'm going to say Mackie is in Africa fighting to overthrow one of
Coney.
the... Coney?
Coney
is in Africa
2012, he's so late.
He's on the...
Okay, so, lady and gentlemen, I've pre-prepared a little one-shot session for you all to enjoy. As part of this, I have prepared 6 pre-made characters. So I'm going to...
Shh. I hate pre-made characters. Sorry, every time he says that, I'll be doing it.
Can you not, please?
Just ignore him and
Please,
continue.
can you
Just
not?
continue.
Anyway. God, Shad, I hate you sometimes. So, I'm going to reveal these one by one, give a very brief sort of character overview, very, very, very light sort of key points about the character. No, yes, Shad?
Narrator, are we allowed to make modifications to these pre-made characters?
There
Not Scottish.
will be
Can I make them Scottish?
No.
minimal room for negotiation. Minimal. But there
Minimal?
will be minimal room for
All right,
negotiation.
that makes me a bit happier.
But it will be very short negotiation, and what the narrator says goes. So we're going to start off by revealing these characters, then we'll figure out who wants who, and then we'll get started. So what is the...
Amy, why didn't you bring us Hungry Jacks?
Yeah.
You could have, but you didn't.
This was your chance, Amy.
I was in Movie North.
Okay.
Excuse
And you guys have no idea what movie North is.
I do.
Shut up, Rob.
Okay. Beginning with character 1. This
Nope.
is Donald Miller.
Oh, I was going to say it's, what was my character? I forget his name. Jebediah?
Jebediah.
Okay.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
Donald Miller is homeless. He's sort of, what would you call it? His nature is he's not like bad or good per se, but he's more on the good side.
Is
than
he all
bad.
there upstairs?
Not completely. He's got some social problems, but he's a friendly sort of guy.
You
so
play
this,
social problems
this
well.
is-
I do. I have so many social problems that they just come out naturally.
this is Donald Miller. He is American, and you can kind of that's the sort of stuff that's up for negotiation.
Just playing
Stat
this
stuff is kind of
Jeremiah. I think I'll grab over this Jeremiah.
Then we have Nancy King. Now, do note, there is a mix of male and female characters, but that does not mean you are required to go either. So, Amy, if you want to go a male, you're perfectly welcome to, and Rob or Shad, if you want to go female, you're
I
perfectly
identify
welcome
as a crypto something. I don't know.
Okay, so Nancy King is a wealthy, middle-aged divorcee, and she's a bit up herself. Yeah,
Snooty.
a bit snooty. So that's Nancy King. That's our second character option. Third character option, Vince Chavez. He is a tough guy who has made a career doing some shady things. Very shady things. But he's very physically adept, and yeah.
Apparently
Let's
he's
just
killed
we're
someone.
keeping it brief. Okay, so that's Vince.
And Sergio.
Then we have Mark White.
I know a guy called Mark White.
Really? There's probably a lot of guys called Mark White.
Jazza.
Mark White is extremely, extremely rich and very angry.
Yeah, he's Jazza.
That's all you need to know.
He's
about
just
Mark
Jazza.
White.
That's who he is.
Okay. Mark White. Then we have Nafi Suleiman. Nafi is a quiet, composed, fairly skeptical and wary lady and a Sudanese refugee. That's all you need to know.
So, no racial stereotyping. You're avoiding that. That's good.
How do you mean?
You didn't make her a gypsy. You made her look like a gypsy, but she's not a fortune-telling gypsy. So he's avoiding racial
Are there
racial
gypsies in the
stereotypes.
Sudan?
Eh,
Do you know where the
How do you
Sudan
know,
is, Shad?
How do you know, Jazza?
You guys. Okay. And then finally we have...
My character.
Rob has already picked who he wants.
The Death Priest.
Father Braden McKay. He's old, bit overweight, brittle and Irish.
Not Scottish?
He's Irish.
He's not Scottish?
He's Irish, Father McKay.
He's from Ireland.
So, they are the 6 characters. Where do your impulses lie? Again, don't think about restrictions of gender or anything
Father
like that. Think
McKay.
about what character you might find interesting to play. And do know that once you pick a character, once everyone's picked their character, I'm going to ask that one person stay in the room at a time for a brief moment while I go through each of their characters' little secrets.
Just wait.
Oh, that was...
Dum dum dum.
That's what I was going to ask. My campaign. The secret.
Okay, so what are we thinking?
Well,
Father McKay.
Father McKay? Amy?
Maybe Nancy.
Drawn to Nancy?
Yeah.
Feel like playing
I'm thinking Nancy.
an interesting type of
Snotty
character?
Nancy.
Snotty Nancy? Okay, cool.
I'm thinking Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
The bomb.
You mean Donald?
Yeah, Jeremiah Donald.
It's a different character.
Okay.
It's very similar to a character I played recently, so I'm
So
gonna be
Are they our picks?
hybriding
God,
some
yeah.
of his characteristics.
They're our picks? Okay. So each of these characters has a few goals and aspirations, and each of them have some disabling characteristics. Now, the more you play up those goals and aspirations and disabling characteristics, I will award destiny points throughout the game and also deduct them throughout the game. Are you sort of aware how destiny points work? Okay, so Amy's kind of played a very rough pre-alpha version of our game ages ago, so it'll be sort of recapping, especially for those of you watching who haven't seen us play our session. This is a good sort of introduction as well anyway, because we'll sort of recap rules. So we decided on our characters?
I think so.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off by Rob and Amy, if you could unplug and just leave your plug there and you can walk out the room.
You see, they're really androids, and they have to constantly plug their power to, survive.
Excuse my constant coughing. Okay, shut the door. Shad.
No, I will not marry you.
Oh my goodness. You think you're so funny.
No, I didn't know.
Okay, so Donald Miller, I will give you this portrait character. This is a character sheet. You may or may not like this. In fact, I'll put it here and show through the screen. Donald Miller has no points in abilities, but quite a lot of skills. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's very skilled in particular, especially having been homeless for a long time, with sleight of hand, deception, and survival, and is also skilled to a lesser extent in infiltration, persuasion, stealth, perception, and grapple. Okay.
Alrighty.
You have 2 points in survivalist, the vocation, if that's to be used to assist anything, and you have 1 point in shank dagger as a weapon proficiency. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it has to be like a sharp object, like a dagger-like object.
Don't steal my rat.
So that is your...
That's my rat. I'm gonna eat that rat, and you ain't gonna touch my rat.
Okay, less angry though is his character, but that's pretty good though.
Don't touch my rat. That's my rat. I'm sleeping in that corner. My new pigeons.
Okay, so
I think I'm getting him.
good. Soak up the character. That's good. Okay,
He's a
so
character.
now listen. Your disabling characteristics. You're socially inept, almost to the point of like on the autism spectrum. On the sort of like the reason you're homeless is because you couldn't really function in the social world very well. That doesn't mean you lack intelligence. It doesn't mean you're not functional or anything. But in terms of normal sociality and stuff, he just couldn't
Understand.
Couldn't handle responsibilities. Couldn't handle mortgages.
I'm
things like
picturing
that.
can't understand social cues, like doesn't understand metaphors and things like that.
That sort of thing. He's a bit slow. So rather than play him a bit extroverted, which he may be at times, he's more externally a bit slow. He's gullible and will sacrifice most things for food and security or alcohol.
Yes.
And he's alcoholic. That's another disabling characteristic, okay? So you will sacrifice most things, as you have had to for the last few decades of your life, for food or shelter or...
Like I said, it's my rat.
Your goal or motivation, you're not very self-motivated, but you see the need to help other people, okay? So,
Food.
And yeah, so like if your bases are covered, so that's food and shelter and alcohol if you're craving it, then you're pretty open to helping other people. Right. Cool. So that is you.
Alrighty.
Cool. So if you want to
I think
hold
I get
up-
him.
Okay. So if you just no keep.
I
Oh no,
can't.
that's fine. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Cool. So you just tell
Robert, Amy, it's your turn.
Amy. Get Amy to come.
Amy.
Doom 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 doom. Shut the door. Doom 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 doom. Amy's turn. Amy, hurry up.
I'm back.
Hi, Amy. How you
here.
going?
I'm good.
Okay, cool. So you are playing Nancy.
Yes.
Nancy King. Okay, I will give you your character.
Thank you.
And this is your character sheet. I'm just going to show the chat first. So you have 2 points in intelligence. She is a very, very intelligent person. She is a divorcee of a very, very powerful politician. Like next person in the White House, powerful politician. Okay. So she's very wealthy because she's a divorcee. And there might have been off things about this powerful politician that she's happy to keep quiet about based on the money she's getting. Yeah?
Okay.
And the circles that she's been able to sort of be part of. That she's sort of been both fearful of and sort of wanting to be a part of as well. But yeah, so it's kind of a mixed sort of thing. She dislikes her ex-husband, but kind of gets a lot out of him as well.
Yeah.
So there's not a huge amount of resentment there. As far as your skills go, you're skilled in perception. You have 1 point in perception. She's fairly perceptive. 1 point in deception. She's decent at lying. Deception has a base stat of intelligence. So because of that, you're very good at deceiving. Yeah.
Okay.
So you have 2 points in intelligence and 1 in deception. So that means with every roll, you get bonus 3 rather than just whatever you have in deception. And you have 2 points in persuasion.
Okay.
So that means you're very persuasive. So as far as your strengths go, persuading people is your strength. Yeah? You were married to a politician. You probably dabbled in politics yourself. So that's, as far as her character sheet goes, that's her. She has a point in vocation politics. We probably won't really need that sort of in this campaign setting. And then if you need to fight physically, you have 1 point in nails. You have very strong nails.
Okay.
And you push to the circumstances, you will probably be willing to fight dirty. Yes, so middle-aged, wealthy, and then I'm going to give you a few little key points to remember about your character. So keep these very close in your mind, yeah?
Yep.
You ready? So, Nancy King is the ex-wife of Michael King, who is the politician who's very powerful. Your disabling characteristics, okay? You've got to soak these in because this is going to be your motivations through this entire mini campaign. You're incredibly prejudiced, like hugely. This is against the poor and against different races. So you're the bad cliche of the upper class white woman sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're overconfident, but in the sense that you see yourself as more intelligent than everyone. Yeah?
Okay.
Cool. So you're the smartest person in the room as far as you're concerned in every situation. Even when you're dealing with your husband and his friends, you think you're playing them. Okay?
Okay.
So they're your disabling characteristics. So when I say overconfident, that, think you're the smartest person in the room, it's got to be to the point where you make sometimes bad decisions based on that. Okay?
Yep. Okay.
But she is very, very intelligent. Finally, your goals and motivations. You're only looking out for number one. You're incredibly selfish, but your goal is to stay alive, is to get money, and is to ally with the strongest people that you see worthy of allying with. But you're part of your self-preservation and building yourself up is picking the right people, which you have always done and almost got you into the White House. Yeah? Cool.
Right.
So that is you for now.
Great.
And if you will unplug and get Rob.
Yep.
Doom, 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 doo, 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 doom, 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 doom. Rob, you're late. Doom,
What?
doom.
Ah,
Plug in, plug
you
in.
keep standing on my light.
Okay. Okay. Test, say something.
Cool.
Cool, that's you. Now, of course, you're playing the wonderful Father Braden McKay.
I'm Braden McKay.
Okay, so I'll give you your portrait, and this is what your character sheet looks like.
This is my granddad. I'm not even kidding.
You have 1 point in strength and 1 point in intelligence. Okay. You are unskilled in grapple and acrobatics.
That's
so
understandable.
You get a deduction every time you roll those. You have 1 point in perception, 1 point in deception, and 3 points in persuasion.
Okay.
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 So you're extremely persuasive.
Yes, I am.
But always in the context of pulling on the right people's sort of heartstrings.
Okay.
So that won't
morality.
necessarily always apply. I may give you deductions if people don't necessarily have the empathy to listen to a priest. But a lot of people do. You have 2 points in the profession priest.
Ooh.
So that is your character sheet.
That's awesome.
And a few things about your character. Okay.
Sorry.
You live in the shame of your secret past.
Oh, that's why he's a priest.
You see yourself as a vile sinner, but you take these feelings out on your flock.
As in I'm aggressive to?
As in they are vile sinners. As in you deflect from your own emotions.
So everyone except me is a heathen?
Well, you have to detest sinners so much because that's how you deflect your hate from yourself, yeah? So you're very anti-sinners, yeah?
Okay.
You're also sexually perverted.
Fucking called it.
Okay.
No, in what way? Let's sort this out. Is it stereotypical? Am I after little kids?
No,
Braden McKay a
not
kitty
to
fiddler?
that extent. Sexually perverted for a priest, which is probably fairly normal by our standards. You know what I mean? Like in our standards. I didn't mean that. Anyway. Shad's going to love watching this in hindsight. No, what I mean is like kind of very extreme porn addiction, but trying to not, obviously, because that's a vice, but it's like a personal conflict. You're constantly hating yourself over, that sort of thing. Yeah, and usually the kinky stuff. So you tend to look at women, because you're straight, and be filled with those feelings of seeing them as objects and being sexually a bit weird, and pushing that out by telling everyone they're sinners and having no respect or trust of sexually, what's the word? Open people. People who you'd call whores.
You.
That sort of thing. Sorry, I spat all over you.
You did.
So they're your disabling characteristics.
Okay.
Your goal and motivation is redemption. That's why you're a priest. Because you see yourself as a sinner and you're trying to overcome that. Oh, I'm frozen. Crap. Sorry, video. Hope I wasn't frozen for too long.
How did you summarize? I've got pervert plus. Well, I'm trying to write it down.
Aggression against sinners. Sinner hate. And clings on to the word of the Lord.
Hallelujah.
For salvation of him and other people.
Repent and you may be saved.
Okay. Yeah, so your personal goals and motivation. Redemption. Just kind of getting by. You're terribly afraid of death. And to feel the warm, naked embrace of a woman again. Because he's probably,
So
beside all of his perversions...
He didn't join the clergy at a very young age. He was kind of...
He would have.
Or did
sort
he?
Of early, young
He's repenting
adulthood.
for something he's done. Okay.
He's probably quite repentant of his youth. But he maybe in his early 20s. So he's spent most of his life in the clergy. So this is why he's so sexually frustrated.
Okay, so I've got that down as redemption and get some.
Yes. But that's a conflict as well.
It is.
Cool. All right, we're ready. Cool, let's bring everyone back. Just hook up ASAP.
I felt utterly banished.
Good. That's good.
I'm going to apologize.
I have no idea how this is going to go because
I'm going to try and do an accent. I may give up after like 2 minutes because
No,
it's going to
you're
be
not allowed to give up.
really bad.
You are not allowed to give up.
It's going to be really
You
bad
will-
and it's going to break.
Oh, and now destiny points. I haven't filled it in because I was going to go.
Depending on how we got our characters.
Okay, you have sound now, Shad. Amy, you plugged in?
Should be.
Okay, cool.
All good.
All right. So, I'm going to give everyone a base of 3 destiny points.
Ooh.
Okay? Rob, depending on your vigilance with your character and the accent,
Oh, you're dick.
if you start it,
Yes.
I will deduct 1
Yes.
if you stop. But if you start it and you stick to it, I'll give you 1.
Aye.
Cool.
Love it.
All right. So everyone in the comment section of
believe in
anything
you,
ever,
Rob.
be as critical as you possibly can of Rob's accent.
I believe in you. It
I'm
doesn't
sorry in
matter.
advance if it sucks.
No, it doesn't matter how bad it is. It's that it's there.
Aye.
My accents are awful.
I'm going to pause because I need to pee.
Right.
How's that for suspense?
Wow, really?
How's that for suspense?
We literally all just went.
Can you bring up the chat then while you're gone so we can...
Rob will have it on his phone. I'm not.
I would
won't be
like
long.
to
I really
see
won't be
it.
long.
I'm bringing it up. It's not up yet. Chat.
Sorry, chat. Sorry. We apologise.
55. Go us.
Sweet.
Nice.
Duh.
Welcome,
Oh.
our 55 viewers.
Don't touch the microphone.
Sorry,
I
I have an
am-
ad, and it's a 30-second ad. I don't have to maintain the accent when we're...
No.
Good.
You don't even do it when you're describing what your character... Just when he speaks, when he's speaking in
Okay.
first person.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be speaking like this.
It's like literally my granddad. I'm not even lying. That's weird. It's very weird. Except the glasses.
I'm Donald Miller. I sleep on the street and I eat rats. I'm being really offensive to actual homeless people, so I apologise for that. I'm real sorry.
So you really are playing.
Oh, yes.
What's his name?
I'm Donald... No. Jeremiah spoke differently. Yeah.
Give me the little boys.
Jeremiah spoke a bit like this. Like this. And he...
That sounds pretty much the same.
There are slight differences in the inflections. Because
It's the subtleties.
one guy goes like this, and Jeremiah, he goes like this.
Oh my god.
See?
Okay.
Subtle
Subtle.
differences.
Okay.
Better
cool.
than Eric.
So, setting the opening scene. I like that tense silence. That's good.
I'm holding an empty whiskey bottle and shaking it.
No, you're not.
Oh, damn it!
Let me just check sound. Okay, sound's working fine. Okay, you are all groggily waking up in a room alone, each of you. A room with grated walls, quite small, prison cell size, actually, but with no obvious entry or exit. You are waking on a silver sort of slab bed chair thing. It's hard to describe. It's like a leaned back recliner with the legs up, but it's fully solid steel, each with an IV drip and a catheter. You've been here seemingly for some time.
So, I know what I'm going to do.
You're going to yank it out. Or...
Shut up!
Gonna drink it
Don't. You be quiet, you.
Okay. You're very groggy and you feel quite uncomfortable because you've been nourished and hydrated in ways that your body isn't used to.
So I'm feeling
Because it's
great
been
then.
quite... Well, you're probably feeling a lot better than that.
I know.
Okay,
Right.
so you're coming to in an almost empty room. There is a screen on the other side of you opposite of where you're waking up.
Like a TV screen.
And then on, yes, directly in front of you, kind of like, 5 steps away or whatever. And then on your left is a pole that is connected to the wall and then to a ground with a square platform, circle. I'm going to say circle. With a circle platform closed surrounding the pole. And there's a pair of handcuffs connected to the pole. Each of you is in the same room, but individually. You have this same wake-up session each.
Hang on.
Okay?
Wait,
So what
we're in the same room now?
No. You're in the exact same room, but you have the same room each.
The rooms are exactly the
So
same.
you're all
So
alone.
the
You're all
rooms are
waking
exactly
up.
the same.
You're all waking up alone. Yep. So you wake. What do your characters think of this situation?
I'll let you guys go first.
So, do you want to start us off, Amy or Nancy? What's coming to your mind and emotions?
How the hell did I get here?
Me?
Yep.
I'm going to try and lean up out of this reclining thing and then fail and just start coughing. Yep.
Oh no. Donald.
Alright. Someone damn move me out of my corner. Where's my newspapers?
Immediately,
Well, I'm not
almost
done.
all at the same time.
I'm not done.
Oh, sorry, he was telling a joke. Go on.
No, I'm not done. I look at the catheter thing.
That's not. That's the catheter's for your penis.
Does he have one of those?
Yes.
You got an IV
Really?
and a
You have an
catheter.
IV
Yeah,
in your arm,
and a catheter.
hydrating you,
And a
and a
catheter.
catheter. Yes.
You don't want to drink one.
Donald looks down and goes, and I didn't even have to pay nobody.
Doesn't feel good.
There is a beep, a loud beep, and the screen turns on. You're all very hazy. You have very subtle memories of some sort of captivity scenario where you were bagged and taken, but it's very hazy. You have a feeling like you know your body has been bombarded with drugs, and a lot of those drugs must be messing with your memory somewhat because you're very hazy.
I feel so good.
Yes, you're probably quite used to this feeling, but you're sort of re-establishing your sense of self before you're establishing where you actually are. This beep emanates and sort of, snaps you into the fact that you're in a place, you're not dreaming. And the screen turns on and the script comes up that says, the rules will soon be revealed. You will obey them when they are established.
I didn't read it.
Okay, you don't have to.
Yeah. I'm pulling out the IV, sticking it in my mouth. I'm sucking.
Okay.
It's just sugar water.
Donald is
Yeah,
hydrating.
exactly. And I even gave me some happy juice. This is a nice place.
What are you guys doing?
I'm
looking at the
Okay.
screen.
A timer starts and it's counting down from 1 minute. Okay? Nothing is happening. So we're just kind of waiting at this point. Are you going to kind of get up off the table, maybe look around the room? Do you want
I'm playing with the catheter now.
Mhm.
Pants down,
anyone want to sort of observe the room or check, have any
I'm
questions?
going to sit up and turn and face the room.
Mhm.
And then kind of like...
You're in the center of a rectangular-ish sort of room, kind of in the long end of it. Yeah?
Mhm.
So you're facing down more like the length of the room.
Okay.
Okay. The timer is counting down, and when it ticks to 0, another loud beep happens. The timer starts up again, and it starts up at 1 minute. And it says rule number, probably 1, but I'll lose track of what numbers they are. You must handcuff yourself to the pole before the timer runs out and stand on the platform. So that is the rule.
I didn't
And
read
it says you have 1 minute to oblige.
it. I didn't read it. I'm playing with the thing.
Okay.
So the catheter is obviously to collect urine, and it's in a bag somewhere.
It's probably tucked into the metal table. It's out of sight, out of mind.
Okay, well, I'm pulling it out.
Of you?
It would snap the cord, yeah.
Of you?
The catheter.
You're gonna pull it out of you?
Everyone will have to have pulled the catheter out of themselves.
Oh!
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
No, it's
I'm
not. Oh, that's sickening.
I want a refund. This ain't good. Where's that prostitute? I was supposed to find this up there.
Cool.
What happens if we don't?
There is no response.
Anyone?
The timer's counting down. Everyone roll a perception check. It's gonna... Oh, you need dice.
Here's some dice, Amy.
All right,
Thank you.
figure these out for me. Hang on.
I roll.
Do you want
Challenge level 2 at first.
What did I get? I can't see.
Roll
Hey,
2 dice.
I got 2.
Okay, so you have a base of 3 dice, and then you can add your perception multiplier. So whatever
Okay.
points you have in perception, and whatever the base statistic or attribute of
reflex.
perception is, which is
Okay.
Is it reflex?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. So if you have any points in reflex,
Okay.
you can add those,
So
and
4.
then perception.
4
Easy.
dice. Roll.
Cool. So you roll
In
4
here?
dice. Yep. It's the challenge level 2, which you failed. So you don't notice anything different. You're just slightly confused. You know the rule is on the screen, and you know that you can either do or not do what it's doing. You're probably feeling a huge amount of emotions of rage and disgust and indignance and all that. What do you do? What was your roll?
I got a 2.
What do we have to roll?
It's a perception check. Failure.
No.
So you're still sort of coming to. The father has lost his rosary beads. You notice the room's getting warmer. Quite warmer. And it's coming in on all sides. The timer now has hit 20 seconds left. And you're going to have to let me know what you're going to do.
Well, now I would be curious as to why it's warm. And so I would be looking around, and now I might read what's on the screen. Cause
Isn't that gone? It's just a timer now.
Oh,
So you have... No, the rule had remained.
So can I read? You never mentioned if
Yes,
I
he
could
can.
Okay.
He can read.
So what did it say again?
The rule was to... I didn't write these down.
Handcuff
Handcuff
yourself.
yourself.
The bike.
Yes, to handcuff yourself to the pole, all rules must be obeyed, essentially.
Makes sense.
So
So I grab the bag that was collecting my urine because it's mine.
it's not plugged. There's no visible bag. There's a cord that goes into the base
well,
of
I'm
the
trying
large...
to yank out the cord.
The cord snaps. You have a cord.
Yeah, cool. It's my cord. Can I try and take the bit?
It's a huge steel slab welded into the ground.
I try to see if
it's solid. It's part of the
so I
room.
can't. So I'm
It's not
moving
moving anywhere.
Oh, good bed. I want the bed.
Okay, I follow the rules because there's not really anything
What's
else.
her mindset as she does this?
I don't know what's happening, but this is the only thing that has happened, so I may as well go with it.
I'm going to move to the pipe and examine it. And at the same time be like...
Had you started by the time you read the rules to do the
Started by-
handcuffing?
No, I actually now. Can I do a survival check to see where the heat is coming from in this room?
It would be a perception check. You would
Perception?
roll a survival check. You did roll a perception to sense the heat, so I could tell you because you passed anyway.
Okay.
It's coming from the grates of the walls.
There's grates?
And yes, the walls are made of these very thin lined grates. And part of your noticing this happening would be notice the faint colour of red slowly appearing.
And are there everything else is completely bare? There's nothing else.
It's very
Okay.
empty.
Well,
It's a very
I want to
empty
go
room.
over to stand on the. Is it a circle thing you
It's
mentioned?
quite a large circle. The pole connects to it in the middle.
Well,
And there are like lines showing that it might open.
Well, I want to stand on it to see if it's any different temperature on it or not.
It's the same as the floor.
I
like
totally know where this is going.
So what are we doing? You're standing on the platform at this point.
Yeah.
I was examining it and I'm going to be like, I am a man of God.
I'm just following the
Evens.
rules.
Cool. The timer ticks to 0.
Oh, I thought I
Okay.
had like 20 seconds left.
What?
I thought I had like 20
Yeah,
seconds
you did
left.
when I mentioned that like 4
Well, you didn't
minutes
let me
ago.
talk. That was the first time I'd said anything.
What have you done in those?
I was
20
going to examine it, and then if nothing happened, I was going to hook it on in like the last 2 seconds.
Okay.
Just one.
As in like 3, 2, 1 and hook yourself on?
Yeah.
Okay, you're welcome to do that.
But only
do
one
a
hand.
reflex check, challenge level
But maybe not on one.
1.
On like
Challenge level 1.
just the reflex check? Oh, God.
Yeah. So you 3, 2, 1, click, you handcuff yourself. Yep. Timer ticks to 0 and immediately the platform opens and you shoot through, sliding down the pole. Yeah?
Okay.
You two are going to have to make a reflex roll. Okay?
Alright.
Challenge level 2.
So, base 3 dice.
This is assuming based on the fact that now, once the timer ticks 0, the walls flare up a very strong red and heat is almost immediately unbearable. So this is a reflex check as to whether you're going to follow the rule or not. I'm assuming you will. This is me railroading
Yeah,
as,
okay.
as a narrator at this point. 'Cause
Check.
This is kind of the necessary part. Okay, failure. I'm going to make that mean you're staggered for now. I'm just going to cause that to be an injury. Not that
Alright.
you necessarily didn't do it in time. Well, you didn't do it in time. But that it was late to the point where you're quite scalded.
Okay.
Yep. So you're going to get -1 to physical checks until I say it's sort of passed, okay?
Cool.
But you've handcuffed yourself and you shoot through, I'm assuming, because at that point, you're not going to be holding onto the pole and staying in the room.
Okay, so...
You're going to have to roll a reflex roll. Challenge level 2.
Okay, and is this to put the cuffs on?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Platform's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, what I first want to do, I want to put the cuff on, but cuffs can slide in a bit before they click, and so I don't want them to click shut. I just want to slide it so it looks like it. But so I want to make it look like I'm putting them on button, if that makes sense.
He wants to be deceptive.
Yes. And I have infiltration, so would I be... Oh, so I have 2 on sleight of hand. Baby.
I will
On a sleight of hand.
I will say, I forgot to mention this bit, actually, and it was part of the plan. Now I feel like I need it. You're all wearing a metal collar, and the handcuffs look like a similar sort of technology. They don't look like police handcuffs. They actually look pretty swanky. So you actually, even though you're a bit dim, would know that the handcuffs
I
know
have
whether they're
skills.
close
I
or
got
not.
skills, man.
You can do
about
it, but
handcuffy stuff.
whether they're closed or not may affect what happens next.
So basically, are you saying it's like a magnet lock? Or like...
There is some sort of sensor device. Any sort of person can see it. They're not normal handcuffs. They're like stainless steel, fancy looking.
In that case, I won't risk it. I'll just put the handcuffs on.
Oh, it was challenge level 2. You are scolded as well.
Ow!
Cool. So you're sliding down the pole.
And as I'm sliding down, I'm going...
It's a fairly, 45 degree sort of slide. It goes down maybe what you would assume if you were right in your head, about 2 stories. And then you come out at the other end of a chute where the pole slides down and connects very solidly to the ground, and you are now in a hexagonal room. A very large hexagonal room. You two both, when you... I'm going to, based on your physical makeup, get you to make a reflex. Essentially a saving throw challenge.
Are you a smoker?
1.
2.
Okay, so you passed. So you landed, but just. No, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
It's because he's less physically able.
Oh, okay.
And you both would have landed kind of somewhat reasonably. You're damaged enough as it is. I just thought I'd give you some risk. Okay, cool. So you landed first. So you see 2 people land, and elsewhere around
I
the room,
am swearing off my head. Like, really, really crude. Beep, 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 beep. Like, if it was on TV, just beep. And I'm like...
let's hear it.
No.
Or you could just go... Okay, so what happens next? You came out first. You probably came out at the same time as a few other faces. A few other people slide out, each from a different wall of this hexagonal room. Okay? So out falls this very strong-looking, scarred man with gold jewellery. Then this very, very angry-looking businessman. And then this Sudanese woman.
Show the pictures.
I have.
He doesn't want to show them again. You are not allowed to see.
So, well, I didn't have the camera on for the rolls those times. That's stupid of me. Oh, I'm such a rookie. It's because I'm... Yeah, they were saying panic the whole time. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I'm managing the stream and the cameras and the session all at once. I can't wait till Rogue Star. Then I could just do what I'm doing. Okay. So you're in this hexagonal room. Immediately next to you on the wall behind where you fell out is a screen. Okay? You're all quite a distance from each other. It's a very large room. You're probably a good 20-25 meters away from the nearest person on the nearest wall, okay, on either side, and there are bars separating the kind of making pie slices out of the room. Yeah, so you're all each in a pie slice. Okay,
So, hang on. When you say pie slice, is there actually walls, but
there are bars,
bars?
but you can see everyone else.
Okay.
You couldn't fit through the bars.
But the bars make a pie slice.
The bars make a pie
Okay,
slice.
cool.
So you are in a pie slice. The screen is on behind you. Immediately when you fall, you hear a beep, and behind you, the screen displays some more instructions. Okay. It says in the tiered list a set of rules. The first one says you may not touch another participant. You may not kill another participant. You may not talk. There must be 6 in total before the timer ends, or all die. Okay?
What does participate mean? Do anyone know what participate mean? Hey, I'm saying that as I'm reading, like,
Are you really saying that?
yeah, I don't know what participate means.
As he shouts this, the collar around his neck highlights, vibrates, and his head falls off. Clean decapitation.
I was having fun with him.
They're the rules.
The rules didn't say don't speak.
Yes, they did.
Did they?
Yes.
I missed them all. I was telling my housemate how to feed
You
the
may not
dog.
touch another participant. You may not kill another participant. You may not talk. There must be 6 in total.
I was still reading. You may not touch participate.
I read the rules. I read the rules.
Unfair. Maybe you may not talk should be the first one, so he knows not to ask to qualify the rule he reads.
If your character decided to not pay particular attention to the rules, then that's up to him. But unfortunately,
Rest in peace.
Unfortunately, we have seen the first death.
Participate. Well, next character.
Okay.
So can we sort of see clearly what's happening?
You hear a beep. Roll perception. Give me your character sheet. Okay.
So it's 3 plus any guess.
Now,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This game trial thing was clearly stacked against the intellectually impaired.
okay.
He played it
Roll perception.
well. He's supposed
Yeah,
to
no,
be
he played it
stupid.
well. It's all right. We'll give you another character in a moment.
Nada.
Okay, so you didn't perceive anything.
Okay.
Okay. Perception
rolls.
challenge level 2.
2.
Okay.
I throw up, by the way.
You see, while you're throwing up, facing forwards to the centre of the room, it's a fair distance and people are distracted, so not everyone sees what you're seeing. But you see a cylinder and a sand glass timer rises up in the centre of it, kind of mechanically. When the cylinder, I say it's like a large glass cylinder, kind of the width of sort of like a 1.5 metre diameter, so it's not very large. It's very thick, so it looks like bulletproof sort of glass or whatever. This timer comes up, and yeah, that's basically what you.
Yeah, it said there must be 6. 6 what?
Oh, your perception roll was actually for something else. Sorry, that was stupid of me.
Cool.
You notice a word changes on your screen.
Must be 5.
Beep, switches to 5.
But it just says
So the
that
rule
there must be
changed
5.
almost immediately. Yeah,
That's all it says. There must be.
No, it says there must be 5 or all die.
But it doesn't say 5 what. It just means there must be 5.
It's fairly self-explanatory.
Is it?
There are 6 people in the room.
Well, yes,
there are now
but
5 people in the room.
Do they mean
now
by
it says
the
there must be 5?
Do they mean by the end? That's what I'm getting.
It said by the end of the timer, but
Okay.
it flipped.
Right, okay.
So
This twisted axe murder is very contrary and unclear.
that's okay.
But we're still.
He doesn't have to be clear. He
That's
can
his
do whatever he
prerogative.
wants.
That is his prerogative.
You can
I
argue
guess.
with him or
We're
her,
still
whatever.
handcuffed, aren't we?
Yes, everyone is handcuffed to a pole. Now I'm going to ask you who you would like to play next. I'm going to ask you two. Should he be able to choose who he plays next, or should he have to roll to see who plays next?
Don't let him roll.
Roll, yeah, roll.
Are you guys kidding
You're
me?
going to roll a d6.
What is this?
If you get a 1 or 2, you're going to be Vince. If you get a 3 or 4, you're going to be Mark. If you get a 5 or 6, you're going to be Naffy.
Why would you want to roll? You know my feelings on this.
Exactly.
You scumbags.
All right, I tell you what.
I hate pre-made characters, and now they're making.
Come on, we gotta get it.
rolls
We
Okay,
on
you
the
gotta
roll.
get in the spirit of it. You're encouraging of this, man.
Come on, let's move. Then
Okay. Should I let him roll out of the 2 men if he would prefer to play?
No, no,
No,
I
I
can-
reckon all 3.
Okay, make a roll.
I'll play a girl. I'll be such a girl that you will think.
He's a girl.
Yeah.
Okay, make a roll.
Dun, dun. That's a D.
That's a D20.
I wanted to roll.
I said a
D20.
D6, dude.
And I wasn't listening.
Well, yeah. Remember what happened last time you didn't listen?
Chad,
You
hey,
got chopped off. 3.
3. You are Mark White.
Ooh.
Is that you, the Jazzer guy?
I am now going to ask you two to unplug.
Which one is the black guy or the...
I'm going
rich
to...
guy who-
he's Mexican. Don't be racist.
So it is the Mexican?
No, it's 3. You're Mark.
Who's Mark?
Businessman.
Business. Rest in peace,
This is
Jebediah.
where things change a little bit, because this person is very important. Okay? So I'll give you... This is, once again...
He's gonna die.
This is Mark White. Okay? Now, listen very carefully.
He is the orc.
This is his character sheet.
Is he the axe murderer?
Let me talk. You have 1 point in strength, 1 point in intelligence. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You are skilled in athletics, acrobatics, extra skilled in perception, and you have 1 point in deception and persuasion. And you have 3 vocation points in banker. You're very wealthy, you're a business person, and you know what's happening.
Do I?
You do.
What is happening?
What is happening? You, Mark White, were a fairly new member of a very elite, very sadistic group of wealthy tycoons and world leaders and sort of dictatorial type characters.
This is entertainment.
This is a game.
Mhm.
This is a yearly game. Every year. And he was very new to this group. Every year, this group of 6 people, as part of this game that they established, and this is their way of having fun, would be invited to select one human from anywhere in the world or whatever as the champion or the pawn or whatever you might like to call it of someone else in the group. Okay?
Champion of someone else.
Okay, so amongst this group of 6 people I'm just going to have to find my reference. Actually, I have it here. And these are all people you became somewhat acquainted with. Yourself, a very wealthy Wall Street banker, one of the richest, in fact, probably the richest, billionaire, trillionaire sort of guy, like leading the bankers of bankers.
I'm better than you because
Exactly.
I'm rich.
There was also a DC politician who is almost in the White House. Very, very, very powerful. His name is Michael King. You
I'm
know
not gonna
he
remember 'em all, but-
is the ex-husband of Nancy King. Okay, and I'll get to that in a moment. There was also El Jesus, who is a drug lord.
And he picked the...
Hear me out, how? Old UK money Sir Richard Dibbs, very old money. You and him don't get along, because you're new money. Okay? He's got the old name, yeah? Then there's a Russian arms dealer, and then there is a Saudi oil tycoon. There's this sort of animosity and yet jovial fun that you all sort of have, but something went wrong this year because you stepped over the line. Because you, as your selection for someone else's pawn, chose the ex-wife of the politician to be his champion. And that was not taken very well. Okay, so you're sort of getting this? So
what, someone...
in
when someone
retaliation,
picked me.
he and some of the others gathered together and figured out that it wasn't against the rules and they could shape the rules how they wanted because they own the world. Why not change the rules of their fun games? And the who select? Hang on, let me find it. I believe it's the. Sorry, don't mind me. New York banker. He selected you as the pawn of the old money man. So that means that you're trying to survive and win, obviously, because if you don't win, you're most likely going to die. So
Now, would I know each individual game?
No. So the games themselves change and they vary based on who's involved.
And so
and your involvement was, you were captured too early before the involvement, so you actually don't know. You know about the room.
Yep.
You know a few things. I'm going to tell you first about your character and then about the rules, and then we're going to have to hurry up and let the other people in. So you're greedy beyond comprehension. Okay? You're a coward to physical confrontation. Yeah? Things... you think very little of poor people. Very, very little. Scum beneath your feet. You're sexist and you're addicted to cocaine. So at this point you'd be having withdrawals, but So your goal and motivation is money, self-preservation, through escape and bribery, not through combat or anything. And you want to escape this gamble game, this game to live. That's your only motivation at this point. But you, in your little room before you entered the stadium, had an extra rule. And it was quite detailed, but I would explain it to you as you aren't to reveal any of what this is to any of the other people in the room. If you win, you may return to your former position. You'll be expelled from the group and they will find someone else, but you will have all your assets and all that stuff returned to you. If the homeless man wins, then you can live. He's dead, and you watched him die. So you are your only chance. Okay? But you know everything's happening. You know Nancy, and she's going to know you, and she's going to try and get it out of you because she knows that you know her ex-husband, and she thought you were shady all along. You're very angry in this situation. You hate what's happening because you know you're kind of screwed, but there's nothing you can do because you know if you break the rules, there is a very large mirror on the roof, and you know that these men you used to corroborate with are walking above you right now with all the buttons and all the levers to screw your life over if they want to.
I swear my eye is just itchy.
Okay, are we good to go?
Yeah.
All right, we're ready, guys.
My guy... Oh, sorry, I'll wait until you...
I'll wait till they're plugged in.
Good old Mark. Mark. He's looking constipated, which is like, is this. Like, his face is red. He looks
furious.
Like, he's going to burst a
Have
blood
I
vessel.
spotted her character?
And I think I almost did.
At this point, now that things are sort of settling, you're looking around the room and you're sort of spotting each other now. Nancy, make a perception check.
Okay.
Yes.
Did anyone react when poor Jebediah's head blew off?
He was throwing up, and it wasn't Jebediah.
He's Jebediah, right?
It was Donald.
Poor Donald Jebediah.
Dead Donald. Okay.
You look immediately very
ticked
off.
Okay.
Rolling for perception.
Actually, you know what? You don't need to roll perception.
Okay.
Just because this is an obvious one. You know him.
All right.
Okay. He was buddies with your husband.
Okay.
Buddies isn't quite the term, but he's extremely powerful. And he's one of the sort of people that you would fear, but also want to be friends with.
Yeah. Okay.
He's verge trillionaire. Very rich. Basically runs Wall Street.
Donald Trump
And
is my little female dog.
And he's very, very angry. There we go.
have
So
I
the
spotted-
timer, beep, you hear a beep. The timer restarts and a 5-minute countdown begins. And there is a line saying you will await further instructions. And the rule, you may not talk,
Scumbags.
has been removed.
Those scumbags. Odds were stacked against him from the beginning. He had no chance.
If only I wasn't such a loud player.
Have I spied her character yet?
Yes, you've all sort of walked. You've all fallen into the room.
I'm gonna
You've all
glance
sort
at
of
her,
noticed.
start sweating slightly, lick his lips a little bit.
Nafi looks at you, and I should sort of establish who is where. No, sorry. You say what you were going to say.
I did. I said I've seen her. I'm gonna glance at her and start sweating
What are the
slightly,
rules?
and then lick his lips.
What are the rules again? Could you
Great.
give us the rules?
Hey,
The
You may
rules.
not touch.
The rules that currently show.
Yeah.
The top one is you will await further instruction. Okay, and there's a timer countdown. Oh, actually, I wouldn't say timer countdown. The hourglass is flipped. Okay, so there's no more timer countdown. There's an hourglass. You may not kill. You may not talk has been removed. You may not touch another participant. There must be 6 in total. Sorry, now it says there must be 5 in total before the timer ends, or all die.
And then await further instruction.
Await further instructions. And it does say at the bottom, upon success of the games, one may win, one may escape and live.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Positions.
positions. You roleplay what you're going to roleplay because I've got to sort of figure this out right now.
Again, there's no spoken word in it. Or maybe like an exhale.
Okay,
You're
so
just
what,
throwing up.
what is Nancy's
No, no, no.
reaction
No,
to seeing
He's like
her good old
glanced at
friend
Nancy and he starts
Mark
sweating slightly. And
White?
he's just kind of like,
I'm a little bit surprised.
Uh-huh. Do you say anything now that you're allowed to
Oh,
talk?
okay. Where is he as far as position is?
He's next to you.
Okay.
To your right.
Do you know what's happening?
If you come over and whisper in my ear, I'll tell you.
Do you say that?
Am I allowed to? I'm
You
just
can
trying
say that,
Yeah.
but you hear a teasing beep, 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 beep on your collar.
Wasn't gonna.
You know from your...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't meaning that, but anyway.
Roll perception.
Okay.
nada.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. So you don't notice any odd behaviour.
Rules. You may not touch.
No touch, no kill, no speak. No speak is gone. There must be 5.
So really, it's just no touch now.
No touch or no,
No
kill.
touch.
No
no
touch,
kill.
no kill.
Yeah. No
There must
touch,
be
no
five.
kill. But
Okay.
If anybody knows what's happening, speak up.
To which Vince says, "How long have you guys been here?"
The same time as you.
I mean like in that room. Do you remember where you were before?
No, I don't remember anything.
The last thing I remember, I was sitting in my church, counting donations.
You were in Ireland.
In Ireland.
Yo, father, you're a priest. I should have recognized you. It's good to have a good soul in here. My name's Vince, and he's next to you. He's in the bars next to you. He sort of wanders
Do I
up.
see him, like all tattooed and shit?
Yeah.
I'm just going to scowl
He's
at
got
him.
like gold teeth. And
I'm going to scowl
rings
at
and
him.
stuff. Yo, father, we gotta make allies in here. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like it ain't anything good. What about you all? Where are you from?
none of your insert swear word business.
I'm from the United States.
DC.
DC, in particular.
Little town about an hour north of Dublin called Lurgan.
Flurgy-durgy.
No, Lurgan, it's a real town.
Now I'm racist. Okay. The sand time is probably halfway through, and we're just kind of...
Are we still handcuffed to the pole?
Yeah, he's sort of leaned over to you, so he was like... He's 20 metres away, but like you can see him enough to see what's going on. Cool. So what's going on through your minds at this point?
I am very angry.
I will point out that you have the inclination that he knows what's happening.
Okay.
So your character, who's got some attitude, got some zazz,
Snooty.
won't want to let him get away with this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
So what do you say, knowing that he looks very disgruntled, but is not fessing up to anything?
Tell me what's happening. If we work together, I'm sure we can make things work for us.
That's more like the homeless guy's behaviour, but I'll let it slide.
She's beneath him.
You know, you've interacted with her. She thinks you don't like her, but you wouldn't necessarily. She's above, in your mind, everyone else in this room.
Yeah.
She's beneath you, but she's above everyone else in this room. So you wouldn't necessarily cut ties with her in your character. I would just point out.
If I made this
So
character,
you may
I
be
might have
definitely ticked off, but you sort of got to play by the scenario that's given. If you think about that connection and the fact that these other riffraffs are part of whatever's happening,
I'm still. I
That
don't
may not
respond.
have been-
I'm angry. Just.
I just let it slide for now.
okay. The sound timer ticks over. There's a beep, and the screen changes. The rules now read the same, except where it said you may not touch another participant, that is gone. And the bars are lowering between the cells, opening it up into something of an arena.
Still no speak?
Oh, no speak has been gone
Okay,
since...
okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it came back.
No, it's gone.
Okay.
Alright, we're still handcuffed?
You're still handcuffed, yes.
Okay.
I'm angry.
The sound timer turns over, and it seems like it will probably be the same amount of time, which is like 5-10 minutes. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. So there is a beep, and a trap door behind all of you opens, containing something.
Wait. Ill-tempered mutated sea bass.
Close.
Shit, he's onto it.
Where's my D20?
Here. Wait.
I'll use this. Thank you, Amy from Hungry Jacks. It's okay. Okay.
Joss doesn't like my D20 because
No,
it's
it's okay. That's
more
for these
awesome
characters.
Oh,
than
thank
his.
God.
Okay. Okay. This is your destiny roll for your character. It's a 3. It opens, and there is a Bible.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that?
I'm going to grab my Bible.
Cool. Yeah? It opens, and there is a hammer.
Right.
Okay?
Hammer.
17. It opens.
I want to kind of cover the hatch so no one can see.
Yeah, that's fine. Everyone's fairly distant from each other, and it's a very small hatch. There is a key.
I don't want anyone to see it. I'm like just punking it.
You would be aware that this is a key to any pair of the handcuffs. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. As far as you're aware, you're the only one who has one. Okay? So you might have some sort of an upper hand, who knows. Cool. The timer flips, and there is another 5 to 10 minutes.
Do our rules change?
Hmm?
Do our rules change?
The rules don't change, no.
Okay, well, I take the hammer.
Do you conspicuously take the hammer?
Yes.
Like, I have a hammer.
No, like...
Oh, so you inconspicuously
Oh, no,
take the hammer.
yes.
Okay.
Inconspicuously.
Cool. So, what are we saying at this point? The Vince shouts out, "Yo, what did you guys get?"
Mine had nothing.
The Lord.
Really? Roll deception.
Oh yeah.
Yo, father, man, this is freaking me out, man.
I'm just going to glare at him.
What did I get? I can't see.
1. Against his perception. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Perception. Where is it? So you got 1. Okay, he knows you're lying.
Does he though?
You say yes, he does.
Because remember, like what deception versus perception is about the quality of the lie affects the
Yes,
thing.
but his perception is based on the fact that everyone had a hatch open and everyone seemed to take something out.
Doesn't seem
and you
unlikely.
said nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
He
unlikely.
doesn't believe you.
Mhm.
He feels like you're lying.
Okay,
That happens to be truth, but based on the rolls, that is what has happened.
that's fine. He doesn't
Okay.
have to believe.
Cool.
Does he
I
say
just-
anything?
He says, "Yo, I know you're lying."
I don't care
My
if you.
accent's terrible.
You don't have to believe me.
Nuffy turns to you and says, "How do we get out of here? You seem to know this man."
I don't speak to her. I just pretend to be interested in something else.
Oh, really? Nice. Good job. Okay. Meanwhile, Vince turns back to you and is like, "Father, come on. You got to help me out of this, man. You got to have some sort of connection to, something. Father, come on." You notice a cross, a golden cross around his neck. Tattoos all over his body, and like jail tats and all this stuff, and the tear and all that. But like rosary beads and like the cross and everything.
I have to like mentally prepare myself every time I'm going to speak in character.
That's right. He says,
Your accent is great, by the way. I think it's really
"Father,
good.
what did you get?"
Oh, fuck. Give me a second. This is really hard. I don't like this.
You can do it, man. You're doing so. The accent is
It
great.
is actually really good.
Yeah, seriously, you don't
Better
feel
than I could
funny.
do.
I was teasing about the whole.
I know.
point.
I keep switching to Texan in my head, and I know they're so vastly different. But it's because he's a priest, and I just feel like being like, "And the Lord will say." That's not even high. It's Texas. That's like Harlem Church. And the Lord said,
Praise the Lord.
"You repent for your sin." Yeah.
And the angel came down from it.
Exactly. Exactly. I believe the only thing we can do, or I believe the reason we're here is to pay for a past crime we've committed. So I think we can do now is repent.
No, don't laugh.
No, my character's laughing.
Okay.
You get
Vince is like.
I glare at him.
Vince is like, yo, I feel you, man. Are we like in purgatory or something?
All right, now I'm.
Oh shit,
my
dog!
God.
I don't want to be here, man. I didn't want to be here. I told my mama. I knew I'd get in all sorts of. I didn't mean to. I swear. If I do confession with you here, will that save me? Will you save me from this, Father?
Okay, so in the background of this, Mark White, he's lost it. He's like, but it's like the laughter of an insane man kind of thing. He's just absolutely just laughing his head off, like hearing it's just like.
Yo, it's not funny, dog. You're in here too. You're probably gonna die.
I'm laughing even more now. Yes! 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 And I turn.
He turns to you and is like, yo, that cat's crazy.
Just gonna glare at him.
Shit. Oh. Nafi withdraws
after I
her
was screaming
gaze
yes,
from you
I
and
stopped
looks
laughing.
at you sort of pleadingly like. Her gaze is saying these people are crazy. Come on, talk to me here.
You're
Don't
in
look
some
at-
type of
What do you
arena.
know? What is happening?
Don't look at me like that. I don't know anything.
You know something. I can see it. Roll deception. Yeah.
5? One
Yep.
in deception, one in intelligence?
Yes, so
2 in
5.
intelligence?
2 in intelligence.
Yeah.
So yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. Alright.
So you roll. What did you get?
6, 3, 4, 4, 2, 2.
So you got 3. Okay, you take that. Now I'm rolling perception against your 3.
Okay.
Oh, my camera's gone.
Sorry, guys. We might not pick up on it as
There
often
are a few camera problems.
It's always the narrator.
Sorry, it's hard to I know, it's hard to keep track of everything on here while doing this.
You need someone
Hopefully
to do...
there's something of a story for people to enjoy at the end of this. You left it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so against your 3, she... What is it if it's the same? If it's perception, deception. 3, she...
Usually
Who has
it's-
more in...
I don't know. We haven't decided really. Usually
If it's a match, if it's a draw.
I'll do nothing.
She's skeptical, but she just doesn't know what to think. She doesn't know whether you're lying or telling the truth, but either way, she knows you're avoiding
Yeah, I
her.
think it's usually exceeding.
And that's obvious enough, yeah. It should be at least 1 point over.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So she's kind of feeling really self-conscious because she's surrounded by a bunch of lunatics, a dead person, and very aggressive-looking people, and someone who's probably the only person who she feels is approachable who won't talk to her. Meanwhile...
Not
Vince-
approachable.
Is he Catholic?
That's a good question.
Is who?
What religion is he?
The priest?
Yeah,
yes,
Catholic
very
priest?
Catholic.
Very Catholic.
Okay, not approachable.
Irish Catholic.
Sorry. Sorry, Catholic priest. I'm sorry. Nothing against them.
The timer is nearing its end. What is going through your mind?
Waiting for more instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I'm back in my mooding thing after my kind of emotional fit before. So yeah.
I'm gonna turn back to Mexico, and I'm gonna say something along the lines of,
That's racist.
"He's Mexican."
I know it's not.
He's
I'm
Mexican.
I'm winding you up, man. It doesn't matter. Is there another
I
drink?
gotta
would
There might
continually
be.
mentally prepare myself
There's
for
one behind
this.
me, I'll grab it.
If you follow the Lord's word and you repent, I will hear your confession.
I
And you, will
snort.
and you will rise greater than ever. For as the good book says, for there is hope for a tree, if it be cut down, that it will sprout again and the shoots will never cease.
Did you look that up? Look at Rob looking up his Bible to stay in character. Brilliant.
Well done.
I'm going to give you a destiny point.
But what about... I don't have a phone to look things up. But I know the Bible. Anyway.
That's your problem. That's you. You miss out.
Yeah.
What's
The
that?
timer is ticking over, and
I'm actually doubting if it's from the Bible.
It is.
So what, Psalms?
Job.
Job?
the timer ticks, and there is a beep. The only thing that changes while the sand timer is flipping over again is a couple of words. Where it says you may not touch another participant, it now says you must touch another participant. That's all it says.
One other?
It says you must touch another participant, you may not kill. There must be 5 in total before the timer ends or all die. And you have 5 to 10 minutes, apparently, to follow this rule.
Okay. I start to approach Mark.
Does she... Who's the weakest looking
You're
one?
all handcuffed. You're all still handcuffed.
Okay.
So none of you can move. You're all handcuffed to your pole.
And there's like 20 meters between
You
each
know
person.
that if this rule isn't followed, everyone dies, including yourself.
I get up reluctantly and unlock.
You all notice Banker Man unhandcuff himself. This pushes you over the edge. Because you knew he knew something about this. Now he has a key? What? I at this point would suggest that your character may assume he's probably behind this.
Okay.
That this might be his game, as angry as he's pretending to be. That may be where your character's mind goes. Yep. He's always been the shady sort. But he doesn't seem to be getting any pleasure out of this. Vince shouts, "Yo, I knew you were holding out on me, man! I knew it!
You didn't ask me if I had a key.
Liar!
You didn't ask me if I had a key.
I asked what you got, you said nothing.
I didn't get nothing. This was with me in the room I
Do you
began
think
with.
this is a joke? This doesn't look like a joke, man. Did you see what happened to that bum? That could happen to us, man.
We could
I'm
have
wearing this thing, and he's like tugging on his collar. It's like, did you put this on me? Is this a joke to you? Come on, tell him, father. Send her over here. Hellfire coming your way, I tell you. This time is gonna end, and you're gonna burn.
I hold up the key.
The Lord will give him what he deserves.
Oh, I should have said. Sorry, I should have mentioned. When you unlocked yourself, the key jammed in the thing, and you can't take it out.
Yeah, so only I'm unlocked.
So only you're unlocked.
Did you hear what I said?
Oh no, the key is stuck in the cuffs.
I
Are
should
you
also
going-
say that the grates closed after after you took your thing out and the timer had changed over, so it's
Okay.
now closed.
Oh no, the key is stuck in my cuffs. Are you gonna believe me or not?
This guy's sick, man.
Is he? Does
He's
he gonna
crazy
believe me?
and sick, huh?
Is he gonna believe me?
Believe that what?
The key's stuck in the cuffs.
Oh yeah, he would. Yeah.
I could be lying.
Then you would have to roll a deception.
No, but see, this is the interesting thing about deception and perception. Like, it can't be metagaming. Like, for instance, if I didn't say I didn't find the key before, he never would have rolled to see if he believed me or not. So technically, by me not lying, that means I would have been safer because no one would know that I was lying. Does that make sense?
My brain wasn't picking up any of it.
It doesn't matter.
In this scenario, what are you saying?
I said that the key's stuck in the thing.
Yes, which is true.
Yeah, but he doesn't know if it's true or not.
Well-
He has as much to go on as my previous statement when I said I found it in the thing.
Oh my god. Let's get philosophical, shall we? So, what is happening with Nancy?
She knows that she needs to team up with Mark. I know that I need to team up with Mark because he has things that I don't.
Well, so what do you say to him? What does Nancy say?
Okay.
You notice he's unlocked himself. You're furious and you hate him, but at this moment you know you need him.
Mark, help me out of this and I'll make it worth your while.
Just hold out my hands. I need a touch.
Alright. Can I reach?
Well,
You
Like, can I
he
read?
can walk
Can I
up to
make
you.
the?
No, I thought the bars went back up.
No, they went a while away. didn't
They've been down. You're in an arena. There's a cylinder in the middle, glass in case timer.
Well, I've done all I can. You guys need to get over here, otherwise you're dead.
Wait, what? We need to get to you.
We all need a touch. Did you read?
That wasn't talking.
It says that you must touch another participant.
Okay. I take my high heels off and I throw one at him. Not like really hard, but I sort of slide it so it touches him.
No, I walked over.
She-
and
He walks over and
Oh,
touches
okay.
you.
No, sorry, I missed that. All right.
Meanwhile, Vince pulls out a gun and is pointing it at you through the bars. It's like, yo, listen, man, we don't have much time. You better come on, help us out. Just my hand. I swear, I'll give you.
You're cuffed to the thing. You need to get over here.
You can get over here, man.
She can't.
Huh? You could touch all our hands, keep us all
Can
alive.
I thought we were like way ages away.
It's
We're
a
20
big
meters
room.
away.
Yeah, big room. So how can I touch
You
everyone?
have 10 minutes.
What? So I thought we had to be touching at the same time.
A player must touch another participant. That's what it
Not
says.
must be touching, must touch.
Oh,
Must touch.
I thought I was touching. Well then, yeah, I would just walk over and like.
Yeah.
On all of us?
You do at this point know that you're obeying the rules, and it makes you feel a bit sick because you're being controlled, and you feel like the fact that you got the key was their little way of making you
Fuck
dance.
that guy.
But you also feel a slightly perverted sense of power over the fact that everyone's lives, including your own, but everyone's lives is in your hand, and you're graciously
Yeah. When I pass the
making
black
contact
guy,
with the characters.
I say,
The Lord may forgive you yet.
you owe me.
You mean the Mexican?
Yeah.
He's mixed racial, and he lives.
What's his name?
I don't know. His name is Vince
Vince.
Chavez.
Oh, he's Mexican.
He's from Mexico, but he grew up in like the streets of South sort of America, South North America. Anyways, so
The Lord
you
may
touch
forgive you
everyone.
yet, yeah, lad.
Meanwhile, the timer's sort of halfway through, and is like, "Why did he get the key? What did everyone else get?
That's what I found in my
I got
room.
a gun, but it's not going to help me obey these freaking rules."
I just...
You got the Bible.
Who said I got the
Yo,
key in
lady,
the
what
box?
did you get? He yells at Nuffy, who kind of shrinks within herself and doesn't say anything. She looks at you pleadingly. She looks at Nancy pleadingly.
She's lying. What are you going to do?
She didn't say anything, idiot.
Gonna shoot her? Do you want to?
Beep! The timer ticks over. The hourglass flips. The rules change. You may not touch another participant. You may not kill. You may talk. There must be 4 in total before the timer ends, or all die. Sorry, you may not kill is removed. Meanwhile, the timer for some reason seems to have more sand in it. 15 minutes.
Okay.
I'm looking at the black. Oh, the Mexican.
I'm kind of.
My name is Vince.
I didn't say that.
Is it you may not talk? Oh no, you may talk.
You
You
can
may
talk.
talk.
You can
Okay.
talk. That's the only thing we can do.
Okay. I'm kind of looking at Mark and then sort of looking at Vince, as in like, trying to hint.
Mark and Vince.
Yeah.
Mark and Vince.
Yeah.
Vince.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mark and Vince are sort of like eyeing each other off. What is our lovely Irish friend, Father Braden McKay, thinking and saying?
God, I hate doing this.
Hey, Father. Greater love hath no man than this, than he that layeth down his life for a friend. Either one of us is going to have to force to become a murderer, or we're all dead.
Well, it does say you may not touch another participant. You could touch yourself, or you could make something happen without touching someone. If it wasn't for these damn handcuffs.
Are the bars still down?
The bars are still
Bars
down.
down.
Obviously, someone needs to die before the timer runs out.
This is the timer's kind of counting. There's been a few.
Yeah, so I'm just clarifying. That's what needs to
This is
happen.
completely absurd. How can you do this to us?
One of us needs to
bad.
die, right?
apparently.
Yes. And so I'm telling the priest, either one of us is going to have to kill another and become a murderer, or you can do the noble self-sacrificing thing and kill yourself and save us all.
Here's a question. How do I kill myself with a Bible?
Ask Mr. Mexican there with the gun.
No.
I can't do it. I can't kill a priest, a man of God.
Slide it
You
over
know what
to
I
him.
could do? Kill a smart-ass banker. You know all that stuff we ran around all ended up to you guys anyway, hypocritical fucks.
Do you like money?
You like drugs?
It's beside the point.
Yeah, I like money. Why is that?
1 million.
What?
Do you want $1 million?
Yeah. I want to live, but icing on the cake. You want?
Well,
Don't listen to him, lad.
shoot someone.
Murder isn't
not
something
me.
you can come back from.
Can't shoot man of God. You know what that'll do to a man. Put him in flames. That's what that'll do. I can't shoot you. Comes down to ladies first, doesn't it?
I'll make it 2 million.
Anything she offers, I'll double.
He turns.
Oh, and by the way, she has half the money she claims to. She's
Why should he
divorced.
believe you?
So
He-
you're going to offer what she offers.
Half. You didn't say that in character.
Wasn't in
Come on, keep it going. Who's giving me what? How about we go in together, make an investment, and I'll make a choice.
Don't do it, lad. It's not good for your soul.
You
Come
could
on,
save
Father,
his
don't-
soul, Father, if you're willing to kill
I could
yourself.
confess. I haven't confessed yet. I could add this after. It's not. I mean, I've done
It doesn't work that way, lad.
it. That's what I was
You're knowingly
basically going
committing
to
a-
confess.
you're knowingly
You can't
committing a
convince me
sin.
of the murders I've done so far. What's the point in holding off one
Are you
more?
willing to save his soul, Father? Would you kill yourself to save him?
Suicide is keep going Texan. Keep going Texan.
No, you're doing well, man.
How do you say suicide in an Irish accent?
Suicide.
Suicide. Suicide is a sin.
Not when it's saving someone else. Otherwise, Jesus dying on the cross was suicide.
My camera keeps freezing. That's annoying.
No, he got killed.
For a soul.
Yo, are we getting philosophical or are we shouting out some numbers? Because we don't have very much time.
Can I use
You
my...
can see about a third of the time has gone by. Nuffy is like, I know you have done wrong things in your life, but you don't need to do this.
It wouldn't be murder and it wouldn't be suicide if you ask him.
3
to
million
kill
a
you.
pop, and we'll call it a deal, he says to you both.
3 million. I'll give you 5 million. Just shoot her.
Her.
Listen to the lady, lad. She
I
knows what
want
she's
money from
talking
both
about.
of you. You both got money.
Can I use my persuasion during this?
No, she doesn't. She's divorced. She's got nothing.
She has money.
I'm lying.
Then roll the line.
Can I?
Oh, my camera keeps going. Sorry, guys. Can you what?
Can I roll my persuasion?
Of course you can. Sorry, the cameras keep disappearing.
Can I roll my persuasion?
Alright, sorry for the camera trouble, everyone.
What can we do?
We can do our best. Here we go, we're back.
So, persuasion.
Okay.
Damn.
What do you
a
got?
lot of dice.
That's deception, actually.
Oh.
You're rolling, you're lying.
Yeah, so
You're lying about her
it's
money.
the same amount though, so 2.
Okay, so 2.
Is she lying? Because she wants to go as well.
I'm saying. Okay.
You're saying you have money.
Yeah, I'm saying.
That's not a lie.
That's
That's
persuading.
you would be persuading.
Would I be persuading?
Yes. So
okay,
roll.
so 3 base dice plus any points in persuasion and intelligence.
Yes.
Yes.
So 7.
Okay.
Shit.
3.
3, 2. What are you rolling?
I'm going to try and persuade him not to kill me.
He wasn't
Not to
pointing
kill.
the gun at you. Not just
No,
not to
just
kill.
not to kill.
Full stop. Is that in your motivations, knowing that someone needs to die for you to live? That is the question. You are a holy man, but you're not necessarily the holiest. So When it comes down to the core of the human experience, what does our friend Father McKay actually align to?
Has he pointed the gun at me at all?
No.
Ah.
He's protecting you because you're a man of God. Where do you sit?
I'll abstain.
You abstain. Okay. So then we have Vince's perception. So he beat your 2. He knows you're lying, and he is very persuaded by you. So he points the gun at Nuffy. He pulls the trigger, whereupon he immediately seizes up and collapses unconscious. Would you like to observe what has happened?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Would you like to observe on his person?
Are we allowed to touch?
You are not allowed to touch, but you may observe.
Did he drop the gun?
His hand is sort of open and the gun is sort of visible.
Is he touching the gun?
He's, yes, touching the gun. You can roll a perception.
I'll roll a perception.
What'd you get? Challenge level 2.
Oh, I got at least 2.
He got 3.
3.
3.
You notice little spikes have appeared around the handle of the gun, and he seems to have been shocked unconscious.
Has the timer changed?
The timer is still going out. It's about halfway through. The
Is
rules
this
remain.
4? There must be 4.
There must be
This
4 by
rule?
the time
Okay.
the timer ends.
Well, now there's 4.
Does that constitute there being 4? He's unconscious.
But we can't touch.
You can see his very light movement indicating his breathing, based on your perception.
We can't touch.
No, but you have half of the timer left to make sure the rules are obeyed.
Yeah, but how do we kill someone without touching them without a gun?
Think.
Is there anything heavy around?
I have a hammer.
Do you say that?
Do you say that?
Do you say, do I know she has a hammer?
I don't know. I don't think so at this point.
Okay.
No. You were pretty concentrated on hiding what you had.
So we've got like...
Do I know that touching constitutes skin on skin, but could I pick up a pencil and touch like that?
Constitutes touching a person.
Okay.
Clothes, skin.
So if I did this, I would know the rule.
You would assume that isn't breaking the rules.
Okay. Does anyone have anything big and large? Like a rock, which is my initial thought before I even heard of hammer.
No.
Okay. I have this. And I go to pass it to him. Sort of...
Slide it on the ground. Pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Walk over to the unconscious guy.
Make an attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
You get to, let's say, have... get +1 because it's a hammer, and he will be -3 because his...
Technically, he doesn't get a defense
Well, no,
roll.
technically
If
he
he's
doesn't.
unconscious.
Okay, make it an attack roll. Whatever attributes you have, +1 for the hammer, and then whatever you get is the damage you do in one swing. 1, 2, 3. His head caves in.
I'm going to throw up again.
I walk over a bit dazed and just... like, you know... But even though I'm dazed, I'm a little bit proud of myself.
You
Who
have
kills any man should
spat of
surely be
blood.
put to death.
I just saved your life. Shut your mouth. In fact,
Right.
that's the second time I've saved all your lives. You're useless.
The timer has seemingly a few minutes left. What do you do before the timer resets.
I walk over back to my kind of section.
You go back to your pie slice, and we're waiting. Yeah. What does your character do at this point? You do keep in mind you saw what he just did, and you knew him as a person, seemingly. Okay. So you gave him that hammer. How is Nancy feeling?
A little bit guilty, but not, well, a little bit scared. Because
Must be a very exhilarating, intense feeling that she's never felt.
Yeah.
But she would... So you go.
If he's anything like me, I know that he would do the same thing to me in a blink.
That's an interesting observation. Meanwhile, Nuffy is looking at you with mild shock and then looking across the room because she is further away from everyone else than from you. She's next to you and next to a dead person. Okay? Not the recent dead person, the first dead person. So next to a hobo and next to...
With no head.
Yeah. On her left is a dead hobo. And she's retching, starting to throw up.
You're a twisted sicko.
The timer ends.
I just want to say, I actually hate horror movies and the horror genre in general.
It's just so messy. The timer ends. There is a beep. The bars are rising, and people happen to be in a pie slice again. The timer seems to be smaller this time, the 10-minute one. So sand seems to drain out once it's flipped and it's not being used or whatever. If it wants to be putting less in, and somehow it's putting more in it before it turns if it wants to put more in. So it's shorter, and the grates, the whatchamacallums, open again for each person. So, good old destiny roll. Let's see how we go. Okay, Rob, you...
Better than last
Is the
time.
camera on?
Huh?
Is the camera on?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Thanks, Amy. The reason you're here. And it apparently wasn't Free Hungry Jack. Okay.
Though Free Hungry Jacks would be good. Yeah, just putting it out there.
The priest sees in his grate...
I thought they closed.
Huh?
I thought they closed.
Yeah, they're open again. So the bars go up and it opens again. You find rope.
Is that it?
An arm's length, sort of like, wrapped around, but yes, rope. Fairly industrious sort of rope.
Okay.
Yours opens, and you have a key.
Yes.
Yours opens. Get a Bible. And you have... What's his name?
Mark.
Mark. His grate opens, and he has a bottle of whiskey. Meanwhile, the rules are re-established, and now they say you may not touch another participant, you may not kill, you may talk. There must be 4 in total by the end of the timer, or all die. And it's a 10-minute timer.
Sorry, that was no kill and yes talk?
Yes talk. No kill, yes talk, yes touch.
No touch. You
Yes.
said no touch.
Did I say no touch?
You
No
said
touch.
touch.
No touch.
So just talking.
Just talking. Yeah, 5-10 minutes.
Does this mean someone have to die before the end of the timer again?
There are only 4. 2 are dead.
Okay.
Next to the bottle of liquor is a note. Says, "How are you faring, friend?"
I get real angry.
Can I roll exception?
Yes. Challenge level 3.
Alright. So does that mean I have to get
three successful dice.
Okay.
What are you rolling with? You have your base of 3.
Base of 3 and 1 perception.
1 perception. What's the base attribute of perception?
Reflex.
Reflex, which I
Okay,
don't
so you
have.
have 4 to roll with. So
Okay.
this is going to be quite difficult for you. Do keep in mind, you have destiny points you have not used.
Okay.
So if this is important to you, you may use destiny points.
do I have to choose destiny point whether I'm going to use one before or after?
No, you can use after. You can use
Okay.
them. It just adds a +1 win. So if you get no wins, you may not want to use 3 destiny points to succeed.
Yeah,
You know what I
okay.
mean? One successful dice, and it's a challenge of
Can I
a
also
3.
do a perception?
Okay, no.
Okay, so you don't notice anything. You barely notice he pulled out the liquor thing. You probably didn't even really see.
Can I try and perceive what pseudo girl is doing, or what she got?
What? Who?
The Sudanese girl.
Nuffy.
That's her name.
You can try it, but you are pretty far away from her.
Yeah. I'm imagining she's like all the way up there. But can I do it anyway?
You can roll perception. I'll say challenge level 3 because she's not being very inconspicuous.
2. Damn.
Okay. What you do notice with the 2, she has a smaller something and a medium-sized something. That's all you can gather. But she's sort of tucking it away now, looking around, and she's hyperventilating. And she looks at you and says, "I don't know who is doing this and what your alliances are, but we all want to live, and I've done nothing, and I just want to return to my children. Please, if you know what is happening, please tell me, and we can perhaps work together. I will work with anyone at this point. I need to return to my children." She's petrified when she glances at you, Mark.
Why on earth would she be afraid?
You probably wouldn't be so nonchalant considering the note.
No,
you just
I'm
got.
angry as hell. Like, I mentioned that I was.
I'm gonna look at the body and speak very loudly. Fuck, I hate doing this. I'll get used to it, but at the moment I gotta keep psyching myself.
You're doing
into it.
well, man. Your Irish accent is on point.
The righteous perish, and no one wonders in his heart. Devout men are taken away, and no one understands that the righteous are taken away to be spared from evil. Those who walk uprightly enter in... I've lost it.
No, you were doing good. How are you finding appropriate Bible verses for the... This is ridiculous, man. I keep saying, Rob, get off your phone, but it's like your superpower.
Well, halfway through that, I go, "Oh, shut up!"
Roll perception. Challenge level 2. 2. As he does that, you notice he's holding a jar of whiskey. Bottle of whiskey.
I kind of want to finish what I was going,
Your
but I've
mouth
lost
sort
it.
of moistens.
I open the bottle, take a big swig. It's better to get through this a bit, tipsy than sober, so... Actually, as I do, in my mouth, I think of something, and I spit it out, because I remember something about stuff. The gun wasn't a gun, it was an electric thing. And so they seem to like to not do things or hide things behind other things.
You could roll perception. You could roll a perception, or if you would just choose to assume something.
I'm assuming that it's poisoned, and so I'm spitting it out, actually.
But as you do that, roll a perception, challenge level 2. Just for me. Just for me. You notice, as you do that, him having stopped mid-Bible verse, looking at the jar, and slightly aghast at the fact that you spat out precious whiskey.
Feeling a bit thirsty there, preacher.
Just a second.
Stop looking at it. What are we looking up?
Can Catholics drink whiskey?
I should actually be trying to speak in an American accent a bit here.
Yeah, don't make me the only one.
Are you feeling a bit thirsty there, preacher?
God, I hate doing this. I'm gonna keep saying that every time I go to speak, and it's gonna waste like an hour or what.
Now, how are we going for time as well?
We're doing fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it. Fuck, I feel all pressured now.
Don't look at him.
What?
You're
Don't
doing,
look at
you're
you,
doing
just do it.
fine.
I know.
You're doing fine.
But, like,
Your accent
it's-
is fine.
it's-
You're going to watch this in hindsight and be like, my accent was fine. But me acting like such a pussyfoot is so annoying. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm feeling that
joking.
anyway.
I'm joking, I
feeling
love
that
you.
anyway. The issue is I literally have to like speak it in my head and then let my mouth go.
It's cool. Just let it happen. And I'll help you if you have any questions. If you have any words you need help with, I'll try and help you.
He's Irish as well.
Suicide.
It's whiskey. Suicide.
Suicide.
Whiskey. Whiskey.
Liquor. Liquor dry.
Liquor. I barely know it.
The problem is you do a different dialect, so you might be throwing him.
I'm from a different area of Ireland.
Limerick.
The drunk area. Sorry, go on. Why is
Like
all the
the
rum?
pride
Sorry, go
of
on.
I know, I've wasted so much
Focus!
time.
Yes.
I've wasted so much
What
time.
is your character doing?
Okay, so I googled Catholics are allowed to drink. I just don't know how to say what I want to say.
Catholics are allowed to drink, you know.
Now, what did you ask me?
Feeling a little. Sorry, I'll do my. Feeling a little thirsty there, preacher. That's a bad American accent, but anyway.
There's
only
room enough for
the two of
us.
I said it and no one heard. I said a bit parched.
Well, then it's a pity you don't have anything to drink, then, isn't it?
Nuffy says,
And I put the lid on the bottle.
does that burn when on fire?
Usually.
Does it?
Whiskey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
What? All right.
Unless it's like really strong, but no.
Well, she was uneducated in asking the question, so I just thought Nuffy would ask the question. Meanwhile, as the timer is nearing its end, everyone can hear a racket sort of very rapidly build up. And in the gate where the hobo came out, it opens up, and a lion...
Is it tied to anything?
No.
Fuck.
Falls into a pie slice of the room
What do I do with the fat guy?
and is angry. A very angry lion.
We're still handcuffed, aren't we? Except him.
My eyes widen, I get up and I move to the other side of the thing, holding the hammer.
The timer is very near its end.
Does it eat the hobo?
The tiger's not interested in dead
So
food.
he's angry, not hungry. Oh well, no. Okay.
Sorry, they don't necessarily. They're not.
It must
like
be a
vultures,
very...
They're not. Yeah,
Yes, they are. If there's something fresh, they'll eat. But anyway, I understand why you're doing it.
it's angry.
Okay.
It's very angry. It's got scars from tasing and stuff.
It's a very emotionally disturbed tiger that will only eat things it's killed.
Exactly.
Why? Because
He's doing angry circles and every now and then like shouting through the bars. And the closest people to the tiger are Father McKay.
Tiger or lion?
Lion. Stop googling lions. If I can't, you can't. Put it down. If I can't, you
it's a
can't.
liger, half lion,
Everything
half
I
tiger.
say about lions in this session is
Bible
true.
verses.
Even if they suddenly become.
Are you looking at Bible verses
Yes.
about lions?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, that's fine. You can do that. Meanwhile,
Lions are now the equivalent of velociraptors and only eat human
mind
flesh.
you, Father McKay, you're surrounded on either side by two corpses, so you're the furthest away from everybody at this point.
Awesome.
I thought it was the closest.
I'm closest to the lion.
Oh, yeah.
But furthest from everyone else.
Furthest from everyone else. So at the end of the room, if you would call it the end of the room, is in this order: Nuffy, Nancy, and I wrote Shad. Mark.
Is that something you're trying to say there?
No, Mark.
Joss is fulfilling a personal
Sorry.
fantasy here.
Yes. Murdering my brother. Anyway. Alright, so where are we at?
It's a line.
Have you found a verse? What does the Irish
It's
priest
so
say?
good.
What does the Irish priest say?
How long, O Lord, will you look on? Rescue me from the destruction, my precious life from the lions.
That was pretty good. I'd give you a destiny point, but no, I gave you two
Yeah,
many
yeah.
already, so yeah.
Psalms or Daniel?
Psalms.
Psalms. Aha.
Okay. The timer is about to end.
And interesting thing about Psalms, they were mostly written by King David. Anyway,
that was irrelevant.
I was
The
getting
more you know.
Yeah. Okay, the timer ends. There is a beep. And bars, all but the pie slice around the line, go down.
What do the rules say?
You are all now in an open room, except for the lion.
What does it say about touching people?
Okay, the rules are now: you may not touch another participant. You may not kill. You may not talk. There must be 4 in total by the time when the timer ends, or all die.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, there's 4 of us, so that means the lion is going to be released,
And we can't let anyone die.
Perhaps.
I want to move over to the dead Mexican guy and try and, with my toe, kick the gun out of his, kick the top part of the gun, not touching him, to try and get it so it's not touching it, and then try and inspect it to see if it's a real gun and not just a taser thingy.
It's a stun gun.
Have we already assumed
As far as you... Oh, sorry, you go.
the stuff in the grates, have we automatically taken those, or if we haven't done anything, are they still there?
You've taken them.
Okay,
I will
okay.
assume you'll have taken
Okay,
them. So,
yeah.
and the grates have closed again.
Okay.
Right, do you remember what your character has?
Yeah.
Do you want to say it? Because I may have forgotten.
I had
There's
a
a
key.
hammer and a key.
You
No,
have a
I
hammer,
gave-
which
I
he
gave the
has
hammer to
now.
him. I have a key.
You have a key.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, you're still handcuffed. Nuffy is still handcuffed. Do
I
you do anything with the key? It could be a bargaining
Okay.
chip. It could be useful for you to use. Who knows?
Well, I'm still
Something to
handcuffed.
think about.
Okay, I'll wait for now.
Nuffy turns to you. Have you been conspicuous about having the key? Have you hidden it?
I've hidden it.
Okay. Nuffy does not turn to you.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
As I
The
leave,
timer, probably gives you about 10 minutes.
as I leave my area, I want to see if I can pull the key out of the lock thing first. Does it come out of the handcuffs the key I used to unlock my handcuffs, does it come out?
No, it's like
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
permanently.
And then I go over and do the thing where I try and get the gun off the dead Mexican guy.
roll perception.
Two.
If you're willing to use a destiny point, I might let your player, because of your circumstances, think of something.
Sure, I'll use a destiny point.
So you're using a destiny
Lions like
point.
sharks. Will they go?
It
for
occurs to you, and it frustrates you that you didn't think of this sooner, that the key may be released if there is a hand in the lock.
But I can't touch anyone right now.
Not anyone.
So what, I'm allowed to touch dead people?
Ooh.
Perhaps.
So I'm not going to risk it.
You would know that you can.
Okay, so...
You would know. Only you would know.
Okay, so I go over, I grab the gun, I grab the dead guy, I drag him over with, blood making a big nice smear, I'm assuming, over to the handcuffs.
Probably quite grossed out by all this and quite shocked, but go on.
Put the hand in the thing, shut it, take the
And
key out.
the key releases, and you have a key again. You're probably feeling quite victorious.
I inspect the gun. Can it shoot bullets?
Roll perception. What? Give me a look at your character sheet for a second. Is there anything you can use?
3 + 1 perception + 1 intelligence.
I would just say perception, and I'll make it a challenge level 2.
2.
2. Okay. You, to your best knowledge, would think that this had one purpose alone, and that was to be used as a
Stun gun.
decoy.
A stun gun.
Get it?
It stunts. It's in the shape of a gun.
I do.
So
It's a
you don't
stun
think it
gun.
would fire any bullets?
And I'm like, damn it.
Are lions like sharks? Are they going to go for blood? Like, that guy's missing a head. That guy had his head crushed.
I think this one is angry at people.
Alive people?
I would think so.
Otherwise,
You get the impression that.
it would be
I'm
gnawing
gonna feign
apart the
death.
The hobo that it's locked in
Yeah,
with.
it'd be eating the hobo.
I would say while it's got a bit of time, it probably is having a nibble, but it's still
Casual
coming
nibble
back
here
and
and
browsing the bars and kind of scoping out its prey.
I'm
Yeah.
going to feign death.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Just in your spot?
Yes.
You're handcuffed still.
I have no idea if this is true at all. I don't know out of character or in character. But I want to try and figure out, wouldn't my character know, or is it a plausible thing, do lions dislike the smell of liquor or alcohol?
I would have.
I would say no.
Yeah,
'cause
I-
I've had my cat, or mum's cat, drink scotch. And it's more or less the same
What the
thing.
hell, man? What the hell?
Cruelty animal.
Hey, it chose
Someone's
to
going
drink
to report you.
it. It chose to drink it.
Can I make a roll of some kind, like just an intelligence check?
What are you trying to scope out?
If they don't like the smell of alcohol, I'm going to pour the whole thing over me.
You can make an intelligence check. Yeah, for sure. I'll say challenge level 2.
2.
Wait, and we're firm that whiskey doesn't ignite?
I'll make the decision. Oh no, we're firm that whiskey doesn't ignite.
Okay. Damn. Because I know someone has a lighter.
Do you want to look it up? 2. Okay. So you're fairly sure that it's probably a dumb idea. I really hoped you failed that. Oh man,
If it's a good idea.
I really hoped you failed that, but you succeeded. God damn. Okay. What's the answer to that then? I'm supposed to know this as a narrator.
I wouldn't have known if I put this in. Of course, I wouldn't be so sick to put it in. You're disgusting.
What?
What type of whiskey is it?
Let's say... I don't know. Does it matter?
Yes.
How much? What are the options? Read out some different types of whiskey and I'll tell you which one sounds most like what it would be.
Okay, your generic over-the-counter
Keep
whiskey
going.
blend.
It would be
It's
very
40%.
wealthy whiskey. It would be very fancy whiskey.
It doesn't matter on the price. It matters on the type of whiskey. So a blended whiskey at 40% isn't going to ignite. You get like a straight whiskey that's like 80 or 70%, maybe.
Let's say like a 50-60.
So no.
Okay. Meanwhile, Nuffy says, whispering across the room, though you can both definitely hear
So,
her. But
do-
it seems
do
clear
lions
that
like
she
it?
is
Is that
no
what you're
longer
looking
trying to communicate.
Do lions like it or not like it? Is that what you're looking
You're
at?
thinking
I
that
think they're opposed
lions
to it.
don't care.
Yeah, I don't think
That is the thought that occurs to you.
Like, I think
Maybe I've just been marinating myself
They
for
might
it. Come and
just
get it, big
seasoning.
boy.
Nuffy is no longer paying attention to you two, or she's no longer trying to communicate to you two because she feels quite hard done by being
pretty-
next to the two brutal sycophants. Or is that a good word to use?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So she's sort of whispering across the room while you're sort of nestling down to the ground.
Oh, fuck that, I just fall over.
Okay, but she whispers, she's like, listen, we need to work together. We could figure this out. If the rules stay the same, we may all need to work together to defeat the lion. Or we may all die. I have seen these before. Sometimes they have come to my village. If there are enough of us work together, we can beat it.
And I thought you were avoiding racial stereotypes.
What?
Just because she's black and from Africa doesn't mean she fights lions for a living. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Jezza. I'm kidding.
Wow. Wow. There happens to be some lions in the Sudan. He's said with no actual knowledge of what he was saying. In this
Racial
particular village,
stereotypes.
they have a zoo. They have a zoo in her village, but it's not a very good one.
kidding,
and
man.
sometimes the animals get out and they get scared, but they work. That's what she was. I hate you. I want a Tim Tam, damn it. Uncopy your mark.
Oh, that's hilarious. I feel like I'm off center to the camera. Am I off center? Like if I'm sitting
No,
like
you're
this?
good.
You sure? It feels like I'm. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
I nod.
The timer is about 2 minutes away from. It's been quite a while.
I nod. I nod.
Did anyone get anything
She
to kill
asked me a
this?
question.
Don't
You
you
said
have
we
a
should
hammer?
work together?
Do you think I'm gonna try and fight this thing with a hammer? Are
Like,
you
I'm on the-
kidding me?
Well, what else do we have?
That's what I'm beeping asking!
Finally, Nuffy kind of interrupts your conversation by sort of coughing. I'm assuming you pay some sort of attention because you noticed they were talking. And she pulls out a very hastily built looking shank object. Looks fairly sharp. Meanwhile, she signals across the room and says, "Your rope. Throw the end over here." You are at polar opposite ends of the room, basically. In fact, you two are the only ones tied up, and you're divided by one cell by the lion. So you couldn't throw it directly to her. It has to sort of go around. Because you're both still handcuffed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you both have a key.
Yeah, I go over to the African woman who showed us that she's got a knifey thingy, stabby thingy, and I unlock her.
Okay, that
Yeah.
it comes undone, and she kind of shakenly steps back away from you and walks around you to walk around the cylinder to get to you and take the other end of the rope. Okay, and she says, "You hold this end of the rope," and she pulls her end and walks around the other side of the room. She says, "We don't have very long."
I'm walking behind as many people as I can, so there's the most amount of people between me and the line. Why? Because I'm an absolute jerk.
Are you still playing dead?
No, but you're holding onto the rope basically like this.
So you're just holding the rope. So if any actual pulling needs to be done against a lion, you're just gonna hold it. Even though you're an old man with like -1 in grapple and minus... Yeah, you have -1 in grapple, -1 in acrobatics. You're gonna just like hold the rope
Fine.
against the lion.
While I'm laying down,
I'm an old man, but I'll hold the rope anyway.
While I'm lying down, you know what I'll do? I'll make a few loops around the bar so that it can't stretch to either side, like one whole side of the room,
That makes a bit more sense.
and then tie it.
How far above the ground?
Doesn't matter.
Flat to the ground.
Well, the thing is, it's tying around a straight pole, yeah? No matter how, unless I'm tying it really tight, it should just go.
All right, let's move
You know
on
what,
from
you
that.
know what I mean?
Okay, so you secured the rope.
Like
somehow.
it's tight that if it's pulled, it won't snap off, but it's loose enough so that it can move up and down the shaft.
All right, thank you. Enough of a pause. What's next, Jazza?
The timer comes to an end.
And what are you doing? Are you still handcuffed?
Oh, okay, no. I unlocked myself with my key, which is now stuck in the
No,
handcuff.
thanks.
No thanks. Okay,
I don't want to be left on my own, so I kind of joined the crowd.
the rules have changed. The bars are not moving as of yet, but each of your screens now shows a 1 minute countdown while the timer is switching over to a 15-minute looking one. And the rules now read, you may touch another participant. You may not kill. You may talk. There must be 3 in total when the timer ends. That is what the rules read. And then there's another thing saying that the next round will commence in.
Okay.
So you're assuming at this point the bars around the tiger, they're a lion. The lion who is unfearful of alcohol and definitely hungry for alive people. The bars will probably be lowered in a minute.
I don't do that in character, by the way. That was just me.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I am. Even though I hate horrors.
It's not horror.
It's the thriller.
It's a horror thriller. And I hate them too.
Okay.
Alright.
You're all sort of noticing the rules and...
Realising that someone has to die.
Yeah. But you know how the rules work. One person has to die.
Mm-hmm.
Very specifically one. If there are 2 people left, game over.
The rope. How is the rope configuration looking?
I tied it to a bar and gave it to the girl.
So Nuffy's standing all by herself with a rope tied
nice.
to another.
So,
Yeah, she's walked around to her sort of side of the cell and she's holding the rope, but she's like quivering in her boots and she's not talking to you guys anymore because she doesn't really trust you.
what's the other end of the rope tied to?
But did you bargain the shank off of her?
No. I unlocked her because she had the shank.
So she's holding the shank and the
and
rope
the
around her arm.
And the rope isn't tied to anything else?
It's tied to the bar.
Tied to the bar on his side. Mm-hmm. She will have kind of looped it around her bar and will be holding it. So
I'll walk over to stand next to you. About a metre away from you.
So you're really close to the line.
Are you still handcuffed?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm like right next to the line, and you're next to me.
okay, there is a beep, and as the bars begin lowering,
But just to make sure, he's between me and the line. I'm on that side of him.
Yes.
yes, as the bars to the line begin lowering, and it's a fairly high ceiling, so you have, a little bit of time. The grates behind you open. Yeah. Let's see what you get
Okay.
in the grates. First, Nuffy.
Ooh.
Fucking Nuffy stealing all my high numbers.
I got a 2.
Yeah, that's true. I can't
Or a
complain.
3, or something low. I got a Bible.
That should be the best thing in the world for you.
What was your second thing?
10 rope.
Bible and rope. Okay, cool. All right. This is fun. I get to pick whatever I want. Okay, your turn. You. Oh, that hurt!
Almost.
Oh, that hurt so much! Oh, that hurt so much!
Where was that?
Wow!
It was hard.
Wow!
That's like the dice has a
Lord.
mind and it's like teasing you.
Down drops a box labelled lion poison / bait. Okay. Do you take it?
How far
Do you
behind
open
me? How far behind me is this thing? Because like I'm handcuffed to a pole. How?
It's within arm's reach. It's the wall next to you. It sort of slides out to the end. It's within arm's reach, even though you're laying down.
Is it a box?
It's a box. You probably can't read it unless you pull it out. So I'm assuming you pull it out. Pull it out. Right?
How big is said box?
It's fairly small. It's like it's a box. Pull it
Okay,
out.
I'll open it.
You pull it. You open it. There's a mirror inside.
I'm gonna go back to playing dead.
Okay.
Right.
Aries
If you hadn't have said that, I would have left it alone.
/ Nancy. Okay. Out of your trapdoor. A broom. You have to sort of pull it out because it's a long sort of shoot, but you can
Okay.
pull it out. Out of your trapdoor. Oh, that hit the side. Is a photograph of your friends. It may have been taken recently. In fact, you know it was taken recently because it's taken in a selfie fashion facing downwards. Looking through glass is the arena that you were in. And there is written on behind the picture is a note saying, "Your personal rule is withdrawn until further notice." You know that rule means your strict exclusion from being able to mention your knowledge of what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
But these men in this photo are having a very good time.
Oh, I imagine
And the angle is they're standing above you, and you are like in one of the more displeasing places in there.
Yeah, I'm like... Pocket it. Yeah. How are we going for time? 'Cause
Yeah, we got a bit of time.
Alright.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Okay.
So meanwhile, the lion's bars are reaching the lion.
Yeah, I get as far away from him as I can.
Okay. What does the lion do?
Have I still got my mirror?
Hmm?
Have I still got my mirror?
Your mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you wouldn't
yeah,
have done
yeah.
anything.
Well,
Like a handheld
if you've probably holding onto it.
It's like a handheld one. Like a
Yeah, but you're still, if you're playing dead, you're...
Can I like put my elbow down on it and then kind of pull up? I want to shatter it.
Yeah, you can do that, for sure.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll get you to roll a survival check, challenge level 2. To do it in a way that it serves any function.
2.
Okay.
Using my now.
There's a sort of central shard.
Yeah.
You
Can I carefully use that to like? What am I wearing?
A priest cloth. You're a
They
member
long-armed?
of the cloth. Huh?
Are they long armed or
Yeah, it would be.
can I cut off?
So we've got like a robe, so we've got like... Yeah, you've got sleeves.
Yeah, can I cut off part of the sleeve and then wrap it around it across?
You could probably use your roby thing.
Yeah, but I don't want to move too much.
Okay, yeah, you could... To do it discreetly, is that what you're trying to do? While the
Okay.
lion's about to jump
I was
out?
facing away from the lion when I laid down. Let's just leave it that. So he can see my butt. And it's a pretty big
Yeah, but
butt.
if you're trying to rip your clothes off, you're going to be
I'm
wiggling
cutting
on the
my
ground.
clothes. Cutting my clothes with a piece of
You're
glass.
still going to be
Okay,
moving.
fine.
I'll get you to roll a stealth check. That's all I'll get you to do. Challenge level 2. To inconspicuously cut your clothes without anyone else noticing. Okay, you succeed. So it's a very clean cut. Seems to just flow with the grain of the sleeve. Cool. The lion.
And, can I even use another bit to watch the lion? Can I use another piece of the glass to watch the lion?
You
Make
can.
Reflection.
He's looking at you.
Cool.
The destiny roll was an 8, so it's not in your favour, in the player's favour.
Mine was a 2. Well, the lion was an
The
8.
destiny roll for what the
Okay,
lion will
okay,
do was an
yeah.
8, so he's looking more to you than he is to
Yeah.
Nuffy. I should remember names. I'm so bad with names. Okay, cool. So you know he's going to be pouncing at any moment now.
I need to visualize this.
Excuse me for all the coughing in this game.
Camera's still good?
Camera's
No-
still good.
no
I'm
panic buttons?
checking. It's really hard to keep track of everything while I'm trying to be creative. What do you do? Oh, good lord.
We're waiting on Rob. He's drawing something. He's being artistic.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, let's make this happen. Lion is about to jump out. Yeah? Lion has faster reflex than you. I'm just saying. So,
Is that right?
yeah, about that.
Cool.
Ta-da! That's an Irish priest against the wall playing dead, holding a mirror, looking at a lion, with a rope going across the middle cylinder of the room, with a lion about to pounce out and rip his face off.
More or less, yes. Very bad.
Meanwhile, lion... will it be, let's say, close the disc, let's say...
You said
grapple. He's going to be grappling.
Okay. You said the distance was pretty far.
25 meters. That's a lion's leap.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Is this lion's leap?
It's a,
Bad.
okay,
It's an
okay.
angry lion's
Okay,
leap.
do you know what? That's a fair point. This lion's turn, this is going to initiate a combat round now. The lion's turn is going to be taken up, going to you. Then we'll do the whole combat round thing. So, what points in reflex do the players have?
I have none.
Where is it?
Reflex.
Ref. Oh, yeah, none.
Do you
How
have
far
any
away is
reflex?
it? You said it was 25
20,
meters.
25 meters.
I have a second to react. Thank you.
Okay.
I believe you looked that up.
The line counts as 2.25 meters per second.
No, that's not. It's a run, but. Yeah.
So-
but that's like max speed. It's going to take a while to get up to max speed. I reckon I've got about a second.
You got about a second.
You have a round. Which
What's
is
your
what I
reflex?
just gave you.
I don't have any.
Okay, so everyone roll a d6.
Oh,
I got a 3.
I got a 4.
I got a 1.
Okay, 3, 4, 1. So, you state your intention first. What are you going to do? Oh, sorry, I should also roll for... Actually, no, she will go before all of you. What is your intention? What do you plan to do?
Hold my broom out in front of me so it's long.
Just defending yourself, not doing anything with this guy?
Keep doing that.
Yeah.
Just staying to yourself?
Yep.
What do you do?
My plan is, as the lion starts to maul him, to sneak up behind the lion.
Okay. With...
The gun. I'm holding the gun by the barrel, not the handle.
Okay. Okay, cool. Meanwhile...
What's the lion's reflex?
2.
Okay, God. That's so fucked.
Lions are freaking lions.
Yeah, I know.
Like, as far as, like
We're not arguing this. This is just saying he's
these
screwed.
statistics, like the attributes, are based around the peak of human
Yeah.
reflex
so
and
it's a
strength.
lion, so it's strength.
Lions are faster than the world's fastest people and stronger than the world's strongest people. So they're like at least up there, you know.
We are not
They
arguing.
can only run
Okay.
like double
So-
the speed of Usain Bolt. It's not great.
Nuffy is going to be running full pelt towards you, holding a shank. Yeah? And also holding like something else, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so that's what's happening. Let's roll for what you're going to do. You don't really need to roll. You're just acting defensively. You're running towards the lion.
Not running. I'm waiting until the
You're
lion
cautiously waiting till the lion
starts mauling him, and as it is, I'm gonna.
I see it's
behind
coming
him.
for me. Yeah.
Look over your butt.
definitely
just to
see
check.
it.
Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna jump up and stand there.
There specifically?
With the rope in between me and it, yes.
So you're holding an end of the rope connected to the bar,
No.
going through to...
Nuffy is holding the rope.
Oh, so you're just... Okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, cool. And then Nuffy's running towards you. Meanwhile, yeah, so in terms of... As far as rolls are going, lions close the distance, we'll just say that, and we'll go into the next round of combat where attacks are concerned. Nuffy won't have closed the distance yet, so we'll leave her for now. So this next round of combat is... Lion's going to go first, but everyone's going to state their intentions first. You're going to stay in place. You're still a distance away. You're behind him. You're
No.
gonna
I've moved myself to behind the line.
He's sneaking around here.
Yeah, to be behind the line.
Oh, that you're going all the way around.
Yeah.
So you're passing Nuffy. Okay, So you're going to be acting defensively. That means I'm assuming you're acting.
Oh, I'm running.
Running away, or are you standing in place between the rope and?
I'm gonna run this way once it's hit that rope. Or
Put-
once it's
put
running
the
into the
cap.
rope.
Show the people.
But what I'm
show
trying to
the
say
cap.
is, if you're
Rob,
acting defensively,
Rob, show them which way
In
you're
a
running.
second.
if you're acting defensively, you get a +1. You can't inflict any injury on the line based on that. If you succeed it, but it's unlikely you succeed it. You do have more destiny points than everyone else.
I know.
So that's something to keep in mind. But if you're acting defensively, you get all your attributes plus the +1.
I can't act defensively and run. I mean, I'm trying to do something. I'm not just being an idiot.
If you're intending to inflict damage on the line, you
not at
can't
all.
make a full defense.
Not at all.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Can I still do what I want to do and get the defensive? I mean, more or less, I'm trying to dodge a lion.
You're just running and trying to be defense? Yes, you can do that.
I'm running with a purpose.
What does that mean?
Should I just say what I want to do?
Yeah.
But then I feel like you're going to metagame and not let me do it.
I will treat the lion as a lion made act.
Okay, so this is my terrible sketch. Mr. Lion is here. I am laying down there, but I moved to stand there. So there's a rope in between me and the lion. Once the lion gets to there, I'm going to run around this way, and hopefully the lion will chase me with the rope getting caught on it. And then I'm just going to keep running around this pole with the rope wrapping around the lion.
Sure. I'm going to get you to roll a deception.
I'm picturing this big fat priest.
Mate, quiet.
Deception challenge level 2.
Yep.
That is your roll. Then you may or may not have to make a defense roll.
4.
Okay. Lion is fully convinced of where you're going and is charging towards you in that direction. Lion's going to have to make a check. Rather than attacking, he's going to be using his round to get through or over or under this rope, which won't necessarily be very difficult. It would be a acrobatics check. Let's say this, and it would be a challenge level 2. Do you reckon?
For a lion to jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
2. Okay. So, Lions successfully jumped the rope, but lands right in front of where you would be standing had you not have successfully ducked around the corner, and now you're sort of running around the pole.
What have you looked up now, Rob?
Lion vertical jump.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Okay, Nafi is not far away from the lion. At this point now, Nafi is probably as far away from you, quite close, within a leaping distance. So in the next round, whoever the lion attacks is... yeah, so now we're in the next round. You're sort of going around the edge. You'll probably be one round away. You're staying in the same spot, quivering your boots.
Yeah.
Is that all you're going to do? You're not going to do anything else?
No, I'm just going to stay with my broom.
Okay. Meanwhile, everyone roll perception.
Okay. I keep having to look. Okay.
Challenge level 3.
Whoa.
3. Nothing.
I got 3 ones.
4.
Oh yeah.
And Nafi.
What enough?
Nuffy's a bit of a nuffy.
Okay. You and Nuffy notice the ceiling is very slowly lowering.
Shit, I'm observant. I'm running away from the lion, and it was like, the roof is lowering.
What you sort of realised, which you sort of didn't earlier on, you probably realised, but now you're noticing quite clearly that this is a very large mirror, the ceiling.
Okay.
And it's lowering very slowly. It's hexagonal, very large, in pie slices, mirror.
Do I have any more insight as to why this would be doing it?
Yes.
Can I know that then?
Should I ask them to leave the room?
Just don't metagame, guys, if you know.
You know, towards the end
Do you want to know
of the games, they like to really stand over what's happening. It gives them a sense of, you've done it before, and you loved it. Because as the worst of the worst is happening, and through all of these events happening, bets are made, laughs are had, millions of dollars, sometimes billions of dollars of assets and bets, and even events would be gambled. I will take control of this region, I will do this or that. So it's a big event. All these world-renowned, they're terrible people, put a lot on the line because this is their fun. They're like almost sociopath in the sense that they don't really get much out of anything anymore because they have everything. So this is the crescendo for them because they're lowering, and you know that by the end of it, they will be on top of the cylinder, which is the height of a person. So there won't be very much room if the lion's still alive to have much...
vertical jump roof?
Yeah, or like... Yeah.
Yep. Alright, cool.
But you know exactly what's happening, and you know what they're thinking, and it's really ticking you off. So, meanwhile, next round of combat, you and Nafi are very close to the lion. You're running around, you'll be one round away. Meanwhile, the lion goes for... Ooh, that's right in the middle. I'm going to roll again. If it's high, it's Nuffy. Ah, it's Nuffy. Okay. So Nuffy's running at it with a shank. The lion's been tricked. You've ducked away. Meanwhile, the
She's
lion...
a regular jungle warrior, this Nuffy.
She's protective. She doesn't do that. Don't be racist. Nuffy is a noble woman, man. Let me read you
I'm
about
glad
it.
she's here.
She doesn't trust men easily. She's not very wise to the ways of Western culture and interaction. But she wants to ensure the
wrestled
protection of her
lions.
remaining children and is willing to protect others if possible, but with no priority over her children.
And has wrestled lions.
She'll wrestle whatever,
I'm
man.
kidding, man. I'm just winding you up.
Okay, so the lion's going to go first, but Nuffy's going to be attacking the lion, not defensively, so it's going to be her role against the lions. Meanwhile, it's the three of you. So, what's your action?
Where's the lion going? What's nothing?
Attacking Nuffy. And
I'm going to put myself in between the... I want the rope in between me and the lion. I can't do anything else.
So you're stepping back?
Well, yeah, I can't do anything else. I'm still handcuffed.
I'm going to get you to roll a perception. Challenge level 2.
3. No, 2. Sorry.
Oh, okay. You notice now that you're standing in the cell of the hobo that the grate remains open.
I'm not in the hobo cell. I'm in my cell. I am still handcuffed to a pole.
You step back behind the... Oh, crap!
Can
you
I
notice,
Yeah.
now that you're in the cell of the hobo, the man you were betting on, that there is something in the grate. You will either choose to gamble on whether it's worth going to the grate and getting whatever it may be, or going around to do your...
Just for this round.
Just for this round, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll go check what's in the grate.
You go check what's in the grate?
All our rolls are so bad.
It's another broom!
I'll grab it out.
Yeah. You grab the broom out. Meanwhile, okay.
Can I throw up again?
Lion.
Probably have nothing else left
Yeah,
in there.
just
man.
bile. Mostly bile.
Okay. This is the lion. I'm going to use these dice for Nuffy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 5, 6. Okay.
How were you able to run around? I thought you were handcuffed.
I am, but I only handcuff one hand directly to the pole.
Okay.
Okay. Lion.
Holy crap.
1, 2, 3.
Wow, what a shitty roll.
Yeah, that's a terrible roll. But the lion is sort of offhand because it's staggered because it was tricked and it's sort of trying to recuperate its loss. Nuffy.
3.
Ooh.
2.
2.
Oh yeah, 2, sorry. My
2.
bad. I thought the 3 was something else.
The lion got what? 3?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use all of Nuffy's destiny points. That's terrible. You're a terrible person.
She's got to scream that. A war cry.
She does not have to scream that. You're a terrible person. Anyway, so that's 2 plus 1, 2, 3 wins. That's 5 over, which is 2 wins over 3. Yeah.
Yeah?
So she inflicts a bit of an injury. So the lion lands on her.
Holy shit, what a beast.
What?
She just attacked a lion with a knife and won.
Okay, no, that's not what's happening. Okay, what has happened is the lion has jumped on her, yeah? So she's pinned to the ground, went to bite, and she is acting kind of superhuman at this point, but this is like her only burst of whatever she has to get out of the way and shank in the back of the head. It doesn't seem to faze the lion. Okay, so it would have injured any normal sort of person, but because the lion is so strong, and the lion kind of shakes off the shank, but it's angry.
So
And-
it reduced the injury with its strength. Is that what it did?
Yes. Now out of
Yeah,
the game, you
doesn't
can't do that anymore, but it's reduced 2 points of injury, yes.
It would have been a fatal injury otherwise.
No, 3 points is fatal. It was 2.
Okay. Yep, cool.
Cool. So it was a level 2 injury, but it was negated. But yeah. The
Alrighty.
lion's potentially vulnerable now. Anyway, yes. It's 9:05. Do we want to ignore
Yeah,
time things, or
don't mind.
how do we? Is there a train at 10:30? How do we do this?
Rob will check the train timetable.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the timer is very close to ending. You probably have 2 rounds left,
And so someone needs to die.
basically. So what happens?
I'm hoping the lion will kill nothing next turn.
You're probably right in guessing that.
Yeah. I stay where I am, not doing anything. Not helping anyone, but
Isn't
sort
that
of...
nice? I'm hoping the lion kills someone.
Cool. The timer's running out. You got 2 rounds. So what are your characters
I'm
going to do? You have a broom. You have a broom.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
both unhandcuffed. You have a key. Have you used the key?
Yeah, I used the key to uncuff myself.
Yourself. So you're both uncuffed. He's cuffed. You both have brooms. Here's a Bible and a mirror and a shard of glass and rope. That no one else is holding you.
I'm now going to try and get up behind the lion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good. There's another one an hour afterwards.
Cool. Okay, so next round. You're moving towards the line. You don't need to roll for that, but you'll be, within a turn's distance if you approach it. We're just going to go into the next thing of combat where the lion's going to attack and she's going to defend, and we'll just see how that goes.
Was she still holding the rope?
No, she let go. So the ropes fall into the ground. Okay, lion's going.
As I'm running up to the lion, just for extra safety, can I loop the shaft of the broom through the forward trigger of the gun so I don't have to pull it with my own finger?
What? No. What?
I think he wants to hit the lion with the gun that's on the broom and then shake the broom so the triggers pull.
You want to whack the lion with
No,
the...
no, I
But
wanna-
you do realise it has to get skin, and lions have a lot of fur.
Well, it's got spikes.
Little spikes.
Yeah,
Little spikes.
well, it's my only
If
option.
you can put it in its mouth or something, maybe. Anyways, lion is attacking.
Oh god, she's dead. She's so dead. Oh, that poor girl.
Poor Nuffy.
Holy crap.
That's 6. And then Nuffy's rolling.
Is there even a point in rolling? Did she have 6 dice?
Let's just let her roll. This could be entertaining.
3
if
dice
she
and no
lives.
destiny points.
She has no destiny points left, no. She's used all 3. 1, 2, 3. The lion rips her face off. So just
I don't
angry
I don't want
at having been shanked.
She's
I
screaming.
don't want to picture that.
No, it's awful.
Is she screaming?
Goes for the jugular and then starts chowing down.
So she's not screaming.
Doesn't have much
I'm gonna say
of an
if
airway.
you got the jugular, she's gone.
Yes, it's like it's very effective. Death.
So I know what I'm going to do.
Meanwhile, it's obvious to everyone at this point that the ceiling is getting lower.
Alright, I know what I'm going to do.
Uh-oh.
So I need to get skin, right? There is a slightly bold area from the side that I'm on. So,
All right, let's hear it.
so I want to either jam the handle up the bumhole or get the thing as close as I can and pull the trigger.
All right, roll stealth. Roll stealth.
Do I need to? Because it's
Yeah,
eating someone.
This will
and
be the
is-
next round.
No, this is the same round. I already
Yeah.
ran up to it. I'm already there.
You know, you took the broom, and there would have been a round to close the distance. I'm going to say it's the next round, and in the next round,
The last round when I was
Hear me
running
out.
was the one to close the distance. I'm there now.
let me say what's happening. It's a bit more distance than I think you would have made. Would have been like if each cell is 25 meters apart, you're 50 meters from the line. You know, it's quite a distance. It's a very big room. So
Wait, a turn was how many seconds of combat, sorry?
It's usually 3 seconds.
Then you're 2 turns away.
but he's started closing the distance. So I would say you're close enough to start stealthily sneaking up and making an action in
From
the
the
next
very
turn.
beginning, you always
Let
said
me-
I was 1 round away. I planned it all to times.
Yes, but you diverted. You were around near the cylinder. You ran 25 meters down to get this broom.
I didn't
Then
think I
you
was
had to-
running. I thought I was near it.
No, you were in the.
If
his
I knew it was
cell
going to
section.
take and make an extra turn to get to the line, I
Well,
wouldn't
this
have
is
done
where we are.
this.
You have a broom. You have a gun-handled stun gun thing. Cameras are freezing.
Regardless, you're using the broom anyway. So
Sorry, cameras. I always feel bad for the YouTube people who have no idea what's happening when it happens.
Sorry, guys.
Panic button, yay! Hi guys, sorry about that. Okay, cool, let's make this happen. So, you're around... I will let you make an action this round, but you have to successfully sneak first, meanwhile the lion is eating, but it'll probably only eat for another round or two. Mm-hmm. At which point, after probably 2 rounds, the timer will end, and we don't know what will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, I'm trying to get to the lion.
Mm-hmm. So, you're going to have to roll a stealth check. I'm going to say it's a challenge level 3.
The lion is eating someone. I think it would be a
It's
bit
a lion.
distracted.
It is a lion,
Well, there's no hope in hell of me getting it. I only have 3.
but you do have destiny points.
Yeah, just...
2.
well, I'll have to use one, otherwise
So
I'm
use
dead.
a destiny point. Mm-hmm. So just by the nick of your teeth, and it's almost like every now and then you've had a scuffled bad step. Seems to happen right when you hear a crunch. So luck is on your side, and you reach the lion. Mm-hmm. You can now. What will this be? Infiltration or like? What? Show us your character sheet.
sleight of hand.
Persuasion. Shall we just make it an unarmed attack?
Yeah?
I reckon
You
special.
won't get a defense roll. No, let's make it a challenge level with...
Well, no, I think it's an unarmed attack where he doesn't get a defense roll.
No, because you're doing it. You're not trying to cause damage. You're trying to succeed or not succeed in doing something. So there's got to be a challenge level, and you've got to be using a skill. Let me hear your thoughts. What skill should he be using? In the realms of this, the grapple could work. Sleight of hand could definitely work.
I thought of throw for a second.
Okay, grapple, sleight of hand,
darts.
or infiltration. They're your options.
Ask chat.
Put it to you two.
Ask chat.
No, we don't. It'll take too long because chat lag and stuff. So.
I feel like just for the lols, it should be sleight of hand or infiltration.
Sleight of hand or infiltration. Take a pick. Shall we roll?
I reroll.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Roll.
1 and 2 will be grapple. 3 and 4 will be sleight of hand. 5 and 6 will be infiltration. And it's
Grapple.
Grapple. So it's a strength check with grapple. It will be challenge level 3. Because you've got to live the...
Tails are tiny. You don't need to do anything
Are
there.
you going for the butthole or the balls?
Well, whatever is most exposed.
The butthole.
Butthole will give a firmer... This is brilliant.
That is the
You can't
butthole.
write this stuff. All right. This went better than expected. So you're going for the butthole.
Yep.
Challenge level 3. You hear
That's 4. I got all wins.
you like swiftly thrust the butt of the gun
Dear
while
God.
pulling.
Fan art. Please.
Only in roleplay in concentration where you are shoving your taser gun handle up a lion's rear end.
Okay.
I thought it was the broom.
Swiftly the butt.
Oh.
Swiftly the butt of the stun gun goes into the butt of the lion.
And then I'm like,
And you hear a meow, and the lion writhes. It takes a lot more than it would have for a human, but it does end up on the ground sort of twitching, and there is a bloody mess where the lion was standing. There are 3 of you,
well, I
and
quickly...
almost in the nick of time, in about 3 or 4 seconds, the timer flips.
Well, I quickly get the hammer, run over to the lion, like... like, on its head, you know, I'm just going nuts.
I'm going to throw up yet again. It's just not
I'm gonna keep my broom where it is.
You know, my
retching.
inner jungle man kind of savagery is coming out. I'm just like... just with the hammer. I have to make sure it's dead.
Okay. Moments later, when the timer has turned and the roof has touched with the cylinder thing, you hear the beep and the rule screen disappears. And the mirror turns into a window. And you're looking up, covered in lion blood, and a little bit of feces,
Evacuated his
at
bowels.
a room full of hysterically laughing men. You can't hear them, soundproof, but you can see them, and they're in tears. And among them is your ex-husband. He's looking more somber. The others are laughing hysterically. You're confused up the wazoo.
Really? You're going to use that term right now?
Yes. But Nancy, you've seen most of these people, and you know that they are all sort of associates of your ex-husband and our friend Mark here. So this will raise certain concerns and certain extreme distastes for your husband now that you're discovering. And what are your thoughts? By the way, there's a beep and your handcuffs undo.
Massaging my wrist, looking up in like complete shock, I guess, for now.
I'm like looking up to him, but just like utterly possessed still, kind of,
So there is now like a click, like a PA system click, and you hear the voice of who you both recognise as Michael King, your ex-husband, who says, "Mark, I'm assuming you've learned your lesson at this point, not to meddle in other people's affairs.
Like,
Be wary now. Your response could get you in trouble. Let's be civil here. Remember who's really in power. We were wrong to invite you in the first place, but you've given us a very, very good show. All of you. However, we're not fully satisfied yet. We will be, for the first time, willing to let 2 people leave. But at this point, we're leaving it in the hands of Nancy. And there's a click where you are standing right by your grate. In slides a gun. And the voiceover says, Nancy, you can make your choice. You choose 1 in the room and 2 leave, or none. You have until the timer ends. The ceiling turns into a mirror. The room is alight once more. You're holding a gun, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And there are 2 men staring at you. One covered in blood, the other with a bleeding hand, holding rope, slightly aghast looking, and hideously... What are you feeling? What is Father McKay feeling? Or thinking?
He's just in shock that this is a game to people.
What do you guys
cameras
do?
all right?
Huh?
Are the cameras alright?
Yeah.
Cool. Just checking.
I shakily pick up the gun, sort of trying to take in everything, because, I'm surprised that this is sort of happening, but at the same time, it's my ex-husband, so...
The timer has flipped, and there is about 5 minutes.
I-
The sand timer.
I dazedly walk over to the side of the room, slam my back against it, slide down. I'm just kind of sitting there waiting for whatever. I don't really care right now.
And you're aware that you need to make a choice. And it can be him, or you. And that is your choice.
Oh, okay.
I should be like a primary school teacher or something.
What, moral lessons
Yeah.
through horrific
Yeah.
game scenarios?
Now, kids, we're going to play Duck, Duck, Goose, but this is a different version.
Okay, well, I don't want to kill myself, because that would probably make my ex-husband happy.
At this point, you suspect not.
Okay.
At this point, you seeing the look on his face...
You
You don't know much about the games. Out of game, I would say that he's obeying the rules because it matters more to him that he fits in with his group. But he was really unhappy that he picked you
Okay. But I don't
to
know
go
that.
in the games.
you don't know I picked you.
No, you don't know that. But to retaliate, he picked him.
Okay.
Who picked
Alright.
me?
Well, I don't want to kill myself anyway because
I'll
I'm
get to that
selfish.
in a moment.
So why would I
But-
want to kill myself?
You know, I have association with your husband, so it isn't too much of a leap to realise that I was one of them. Which makes my character the most douchebaggy out of everyone in the room. So I think
But he also did the most to save you all. So you may feel like you owe him.
which
It's
was
all
really
gone
just to
through
save
your head at this
himself,
point.
though.
The timer is on for 3.5 minutes.
Okay.
You would know it's just to save himself.
Yeah. I'm getting the vibes.
Nah, Stuart is
If
right.
I had to
He's
pick,
thought nothing but himself this whole time.
So you telling her to kill me?
There's a...
I didn't say anything. I said, do what is right.
Oh,
And then
okay.
I said, you've thought of nothing but yourself the whole time.
Oh, so you're accusing her, yeah.
Yourself.
I'm not saying anything. This
He
is
I
He's
love
thought
watching
of
you all
nothing by
squirm.
himself.
Sorry.
okay.
out of character. I think it's obvious you would kill my character.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that what you choose to do?
I look at my gun. I'm still sort of shaking a little bit. And I hold it up. And I point it towards Mark. And I look at the ceiling.
I look at her. And I go, are you sure you really want to do that? When he's entered the room, and I point to one of the walls.
What?
That's what I say.
Deception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll deception. What are you trying to convince her of?
I'm not trying to convince her everything. It's just one of the misdirections. I'm trying to get her to turn her head, even the slightest bit.
So what should I roll to avoid turning my head?
It's up to you, because you can assign bonuses and negatives based on the effectiveness of the lie and stuff.
What are you trying to convince her of specifically? That
There's
Just to
someone
look
behind her.
where I've pointed.
Well, he has
which
a
is
hammer.
away from me.
And he has a broom. How far are you away from me? I'm
quite
sort of...
quite a while away.
Oh, how
like
far?
a third away.
Oh, well, then there's no point, really.
Okay.
You can't get to her within one round.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
put it
if
that
there
way.
was...
Okay, so you're not... Say.
No, there's no point. Then.
Okay.
Do you say anything?
No, there's no point. If I was close enough, I would have rushed her and tried to kill her because she's threatening me, and I'm all, about saving myself, so... But I can't now. I'm too
Okay,
far
so you're
away.
raising the gun
Yeah.
to point at him. And there's a click in the intercom. And it just... Finally, the last thing that I'm assuming, if you shoot, that you hear Michael King say is that if you play the games dirty, they're played back dirty, Mark.
How close am I to the line?
It's in the middle of the room, sort of
No,
thing.
I was right near it. I was
You
hammering
slid
it.
on the wall.
Yeah, but I walked to the nearest
So 25
wall.
metres
So 1 round?
round.
Okay, then I do say that to you.
Okay.
So
What do I
he's
need to
going
roll?
to try and get you to look the other way.
Alright, so do I need to roll something?
You're going to have to roll persuasion.
I think that'd be an int check.
Huh?
I think that'd just be a plain int check.
Or even just intelligence versus intelligence. Wouldn't
No,
it be persuasion versus perception?
Persuasion, or persuasion versus intelligence, or... Because it's not so much
Persuasion
perceiving something.
versus perception.
Okay.
2 versus perception.
Whoops.
2. Do either of you use destiny points?
I'll use one.
I'll use one. It's my last one.
I'll use one.
Damn it.
You know he's lying.
Alright.
You know he's using his last tricks in his book and he's clawing for some sort of
Oh, thank you.
something.
I wish you could do something with destiny points. Like unspent ones, because my god, I would have so many.
So do you pull the trick?
Yeah, I pulled the trigger.
Alright. There we go. So
Bang.
the end. Basically what happens now, Mark White is killed and Nancy King
It's a pity, because if you
and
got out...
Father Brian
Braden McKay.
Braden McKay
Father Braden McKay.
are presented with an open door, at the opening of which are a few kind of masked people who are holding things out and like
Wait,
a
so she
package
shot it?
for each. Inside your package is a check for a bunch of money and a ticket home and a little celebratory drink. And inside your package is plane tickets to Ireland, your passport, your things like that, and some whiskey and a Bible. No, you have a Bible. Something else religious and important, rosary beads, whatever, and some money.
If
So I'm in a room with all these people that just put me in this death match.
No. You're in a room with some masked people who hand you things. You would assume that you're not in a room with those people, that they wouldn't be anywhere near you, knowing how you guys are feeling by now.
Pity, because if Mark survived, he would have put out like $1 billion assassin contracts on every single one of them.
Hey, it could have turned into a full-fledged campaign. Okay, so I'll
so
give
would
you a
have done
little
that.
bit of a rundown as to what was sort of happening, if you guys are interested. You sort of interested?
Yeah.
Just to kind of give you a little bit of... I guess you sort of figured out the other characters by the end there. but-
Question, could you bring up the chat while we're running down, just so we see
Yeah,
some-
sure,
what you guys are saying while we're winding down
Yeah.
All right.
from this horrific, traumatized experience? You're going to go home and have nightmares now, thanks to Jazza.
Okay, so I'll bring up the chat after we end the YouTube video. So you get a picture there. That's right. So Father Brian McKay was okay. So basically, if anyone didn't get it, what's happening is there's a group of 6 very rich, very sadistic world leaders who are a bit bored with everything and make this game once a year that they all get to pick one human being to be a pawn of someone else in the group. So you kind of pick a name out of a hat of someone else in the group, and you pick the pawn who is acting under them. Okay? So out of that hat, Winner, Praed and McKay. Yes, so amongst those people were banker Mark White, DC politician Michael King, drug lord El Jesus, old money Sir Richard Dibbs from the UK, very old money, Russian arms dealer Vladimir Kozminov, and Saudi oil tycoon Mohammed Aziz. And so all the names that were picked out, everyone sort of picked a pawn for someone else. And the game is essentially you pick someone that the other person sort of detests that they have to rely on. It's the part of the fun of it. So for example, a Catholic priest being the one who's under the bets and working under, or the pawn of, Muhammad Aziz, who is a Muslim and, you know, in Islam and all this stuff, is quite insulting to him. But, you know, that sort of thing. And so Nafi was picked for the Russian arms dealer because she is in her village a victim of the arms thing that he's participating in. So it's kind of like he has to sort of face that reality, even though she's a fairly normal person.
She charged a lion.
Stop it! God. Shall I bring the pictures so people... So, yeah. Anyways. So that was Nuffy, who was
Or as
picked
we know her by, Xena,
for the
warrior
Russian
princess.
arms dealer. Vince was picked for the drug lord because he was an ex...
He's not black
hitman.
at all. Why did I think he was black?
He's sort of Mexican. Sort of ex-hitman.
I only saw the picture once.
Sort of ex-hitman for the cartels and stuff. And Nancy King, do you want to put your...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Nancy was picked by Mark White for the DC politician. So you were your husband's pawn. So all the bets he would have made in his little glass room would have to have been on you. So they all have to make bets, certain bets on large stakes of things. In retaliation to
this
that...
guy picked her.
and in retaliation to that, he organised with Old Money for Old Money to pick Mark White to be the Old Money's pawn. And then finally we have our first friend, where is he? Donald Miller, who was actually yours. So so Mark White knew he needed to depend on Donald Miller or him to win, and he would have been okay. But seeing him die
Donald Miller
first
got his head
was
blown
kind of
off.
fun. I'm kind of glad that happened. So yeah, that's basically how that unraveled. They were the games. So I hope you guys had
And once
fun.
again, I am the only player who had a character who died. Twice.
Hey, that was cool though. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you everyone for joining. I've lost my voice. I've legit lost my voice. And we have streamed for like a good 3 hours. Lost the camera several times. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you very much to Amy for joining us today. Our first ever special guest to Tabletop Times. So,
And
I hope you had fun. Did you have fun?
I
And this
did.
answers the universal questions. Yes, there are girls who play role-playing games.
Yay!
Yes. Oh my
They
goodness. And
exist.
Dota.
Don't!
Yeah, I do.
All right, cool. So thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
See you later.